Hi, friends. Welcome.
Kaylin, I said we weren't doing anything.
Everyone was quiet.
Melody, you dream of snow falling by torchlight. Flakes breaking from the stars above you, drifting aimlessly past your head. In this dream, you are formless, but the light of the torch seems to draw in these snowflakes from around you. They swirl like a vortex and melt to be consumed by the flame. There's a cold wind, but you find comfort in it, more so than anyone else would. And perhaps mercifully, this is a familiar dream. One that you find circling in your head most nights these days. Just as soon as you begin to make sense of what's happening, you awaken. There is a fire burning.
Ooh, what?
At the foot of this very large bed you find yourself in. King size, to be sure. Room for at least 2 people in here. Barring any clothing you might have been wearing last night, could you describe your character for us?
Yes. I have a satyr, curly white hair, horns that kind of curl around from the top of my head, like a nice fawn colored skin, and amber eyes. Very soft, feminine features. Yeah, I think that encapsulates her.
As you're sort of taking in your surroundings, this is a very well-furnished room.
You said post in the chat, right?
Yeah, if you'd like to post the
Cool.
image in the chat. You sort of take in the very large wardrobe, the thin white curtains that are letting in the first light of dawn. There's a shifting of fabric next to you.
Like stretch out. I'm gonna roll over and see who's there.
Yes. Lying there next to you, though you're keenly aware that elves do not sleep, you've managed to convince this gentleman otherwise. A very handsome nobleman, long sort of black hair, unbound, a wood elf. Lord Alderbalsine, sort of lying there next to you. Melody, good morning.
Oh, hey, morning. How's it going?
It's going very well. If you'll excuse me, I'm realizing my wife will be around in a moment. Would you be staying for breakfast?
Oh, I would love some breakfast.
Oh, wonderful. And he kind of is trying to tie his hair back while also kind of pulling the blanket around as he's getting up. Your clothes are somewhere. Right. Forgive me, a little flustered. I don't usually spend time in this room. Pardon me. And he starts to kind of make his way over to the wardrobe.
I'll just get up and start finding all of my stuff, my bags and everything. And...
Yeah, as you kind of roll over.
Yeah.
You've got a little I think you want a little pan flute that kind of has made its way.
I don't have a pan flute.
You don't have a pan flute.
I have a lute and a lyre.
You have a lute and a lyre. one of those, I'll leave it to your choice,
my loot.
has made its way into the
Or liar.
yeah. It's made its way into the bed with you.
Nice.
It was an eventful night, and it's starting to kind of come back to you, some of the details. But as you sort of roll out of bed, kind of collecting your stuff, you got a little pack, some equipment that you might have had on you.
Yeah. Stuff from the show.
Yeah. You're able to dress yourself. As you sort of start to make your way over to the door, you are staring into the eyes of Lady Balsine.
Ah! Good morning!
She kind of like eyes the bed to you, to her like husband, kind of hello there, my lady, sort of Melody.
Hello, Lady Balsine.
I was wondering where I
just woke up.
I can see that.
It was a busy night with the show and all, you know?
You're leaving so soon?
I was hoping to have some breakfast.
Wonderful. She kind of like leans in. I'm a little shocked I wasn't invited.
Oh, well, my apologies. I didn't know you'd want an invitation.
She kind of like looks around the room again. My dear, these concerts you perform, these grandiose statements of your musical ability.
Yes.
They're a sight to behold.
Oh, they are.
But nothing compares to a private performance.
Ah, I will keep that in mind next time I'm around.
She gives you a little wink.
Maybe you'll get a show at breakfast. Who knows? And I'll like pluck a couple notes on the lute.
Kind of turns. Not with the servant's present. Just to make her way down.
Oh.
As Lord Alder kind of like is fixing his like collar on this like kind of like faded green like tunic. Kind of like yes, breakfast, and then I meant to ask last night, Lady Melody.
Oh, just Melody's fine.
I suppose, all things considered, yes. The formalities are a little strained. But I had something of a proposition for you. And I was just, after breakfast, we can perhaps discuss an opportunity for you to be repaid a little more than what you've been repaid recently, with money and with things.
I do like money.
I need a drink or something. It was a long night. So it kind of like not pushes past you, but kind of like excuses himself around you. Yes, the way to the kitchen is just through the art hall and then around. You'll find your way. And he sort of like kind of like tucks his head and starts going around. And you can hear him like round the corner and then start like barking order. Hey, what are you doing there? Get back to work. I'm not paying you to stand around and listen to doors and just walking away. You see like two little like servant girls kind of like peer out at you and they kind of like head out their separate ways.
I'll like give a nice little wave.
Little wave. You start making your way down. This building that you're in, the sound of the fire is going to fade, I'll tell you that much. Oh, yes, we get the gym.
Yeah, I'll start walking down the art hall.
Yes.
Kind of take everything in. How opulent is this house?
Make a perception check. Or an investigation.
That's a nat 13... 14.
House Balsine is located in this relatively small trading village of Silspry.
Silspry?
Silspry, spelled S-A-L-S-P-R-Y.
Salisbury.
They are vassals to House Edrien, this larger Wood Elf family that kind of owns the northern half of Pausalon, the island that you're currently touring on.
Palstron?
Pausalon, the name of the island.
Salon.
Yes.
Cool. House Edrine?
House Edrine being, they're the main
they're
family.
bigger. Yeah.
The Balsians have lived here for several hundred years. But they're a small family. As you're kind of walking past the artsy photos, you can see these smiling faces of these sort of dark-haired wood elves, dancing or frolicking, playing the harp, dueling with swords. There's money here, but old money.
Old money.
The little, not really trinkets, but like they're mostly just like paintings that they've had commissioned for them.
Mm-hmm.
The frames are kind of old, but it's not offensively so. As you sort of walk your way around, the roof of this place is all laced with these like kind of haphazard like log rafters. It's more like a very furnished log cabin in that sense, where it's like a lodge. And as you make your way down this wing into like the main sort of central upper area, there is a grand sort of like window stylized in faded greens and browns, showing this like forest scape. Kind of like almost looks like it's layered the way it's been designed. And standing about 6-7 feet tall is this grand marble statue depicting hands sort of out this very polished muscular tiefling. Bull's horns curled. It's pale white, like almost like porcelain, but there's this crack in the cheek, like a dent, a crater maybe, kind of spider webs out like broken glass. Each detail of it is filled in with this like obsidian black that kind of like blemishes the whole thing. You sort of like round the corner looking at this, and you have to kind of crane your neck a little bit. It's 6-7 feet tall, but then it's on this podium that adds like another foot. You can see there's a high elf underneath it. Weasley looking gentleman, very like stick thin. He's got a little book in his hands and a quill, and he's like looking up at it, like scribbling frantically. But as he's sort of doing that, he doesn't really take notice of you. There's some stairs down to your left that you know lead to the dining hall.
I want to go out to the statue.
Sure, you kind of go up to it.
Yeah.
It's a very well made statue. It's not like clothed or anything. It's very Renaissance era. You kind of.
I'll go up and like hands behind my back, just kind of like saunter up and like peer over the shoulder of the elf that's doodling. Describing.
He does not look up or anything like that. He's just kind of still going and kind of like looking up. You can see that he's got this like diagram of it that he's drawing.
How good is it?
I'll roll for him. It's very good. Like immaculate. Like there are lines to show dimensions of certain things. It looks like he's taking notes to redraw this thing. Like proportions have been laid out.
Yeah.
There's like a profile of the face with the cracks all immaculately like drawn in.
I'll like put my hand on his shoulder and go, wow, that's amazing.
Immediately his face just goes like beet red as he like kind of like slams the book shut and like turns.
I didn't mean to frighten you. Sorry.
Melody.
And you are?
Who am I?
Who are you?
Just pull it up. Raven.
Raven?
Raven. Yes, I'm a researcher for the Imperium. Still going red, like, will not meet your eyes at all. He's just, like, staring at your hooves. Just kind of like, right. Am I in your way?
No, I wanted to see what you were drawing. You seemed quite invested.
Oh, yes, just doing, research for, the Imperium.
Would I know what the Imperium is?
Yes. So
Okay.
the Imperium is, like the ruling government of these sort of islands, ruled by the Nemerin family. Currently, the Emperor Idmir is ruling over this sort of kingdom conglomerate. And they
Emperor
oversee...
Idmir?
Idmir, yes.
Sweet. Well, your drawing's quite immaculate.
Oh, you saw it?
I did.
Oh, right.
Very impressive.
Oh, you kind of like... He's got like this like shock of like bright white hair, but elves don't really... It's hard to judge age on them. He looks young.
Yeah.
But you would know that high elves have like a whole array of hair colors that they can kind of sport.
Well.
Yeah.
I have white hair too, and I'm young.
Yeah. And then you see now he's dressed in sort of these like simple, kind of black robes, but they're very finely fitted, almost like a corset or like the 3-piece suit, like the vest part. Kind of has like a little bit of like a 50s look to it. But he's sort of
Who is this?
Sort of like looks up. To be honest, I don't know. I was just I just really like art, and this stood out to me, and I wanted to draw it maybe. I don't know. I felt a pull towards it. I just.
Can I insight?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 6.
6. Well, it beats a 2.
Hey.
As you're sort of like, you're kind of eyeing him a little bit as he gives that response. Still like not meeting your eyes at all. He's looking like everywhere around you. He sort of, you can tell that when he says he was drawn to it or felt like a pull towards it.
Yeah.
That part is pretty honest.
Yeah.
But there's definitely stuff he's not telling you.
Darling, I can read you like a book. Why aren't you telling me about this statue? And I'll like pull his chin so he meets my eyes.
Sort of make a persuasion check.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Ooh.
He rolled pretty well.
That's a 19.
Okay. He meets your eyes for all of like 3 seconds, and you are well versed in the art of seduction, and you know when someone's easy to bend.
Yeah.
And like a twig, you sort of well, I feel like this figure must have been a powerful person. Look at everything. He kind of like gestures up. The form, the stature, the man's posture. For someone to have made this, I have no doubt that this was a real person.
Oh.
And he sort of like gestures up to where like you see the blemish
cracks,
sort of spreading. And well, I'm very curious as to what did that. And whether, well, I know for a fact it's part of the original design. I've been doing a little bit of research, but in truth, I just find it so fascinating. And at this point, his eyes kind of like lower again. He's gonna like
I'll like pull them back up.
You know, pull them back up. Oh.
You don't have to be afraid. I'm quite friendly.
Oh, I know. I was there last night.
Did you like my performance?
Oh yes. You were very beautiful at your singing. It's very lovely.
Stop. No, keep going.
And you just hear at this point some footsteps. Raven, leave the lady alone. Go back to your...
Is that the Lord?
Yes, Lord Alder is
it's fine. I was just bothering him. Keep drawing, and I'll give him a pat on the shoulder and make my way back.
As you sort of make your way back, his eyes are now on you. Kind of like still very red. And he kind of has to tear the eyes away and go back to the drawing with a shaky hand.
I'll as I'm getting to the door, I'll turn around. Hey, Raven.
Yes?
Maybe one day you can draw me. And I'll just keep going in. I don't turn around.
Okay, yeah. You don't see his
Oh, lovely.
Do you like the hair flip?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Lord Alder leads you downstairs. The kitchen has all been, it's being cleaned up after last night. It was quite a party, as you're known to command.
The party was here?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
As he sort of leads you through, there's no food set up. No accommodations or anything has been made for you. He just leads you right wordlessly through the dining hall.
Are we not having breakfast? I'm quite hungry.
Oh yes, of course. But this way first.
It's a long night. I get hangry in the morning.
He opens the door that leads out into the street. I have, as I said, a proposition to make. There will be food and drink. But I have some people I need you to meet.
Are you gonna tell me where we're going?
Just a little tavern. About a 5-minute walk.
Lovely.
Please, and he'll offer his arm.
I'll kind of put my hand on and push it down, almost I prefer to play as I walk, and I'll just pluck on my lyre as we walk.
Absolutely. You're just kind of playing some chords kind of thing?
Yeah.
For sure.
Just walking with a sway almost.
For sure. As you're doing this, make a performance check.
That's a crit.
Okay. You are sort of getting looks of admiration, adoration.
Hum a tune.
From all the windows. People are peeking out and that's Melody. That's Melody. Melody, sign my dress. Melody, sign this flag. Right? Some people are they kind of coming. Some of them are peeking out of their doors. But as you walk, you're able to kind of take in the sights of this little town of Silspry.
Salisbury, the steak?
No, Silspry. Silspry, salt spray. As would befit the name of a coastal village.
Oh, it's coastal.
Yes.
Cool.
You can hear now faintly the crashing of waves as this little town begins to reek of the smells of the sea. The faint fishy smell, that salty odor. Being led through, all the buildings here have these very sharp roofs. Roofs that keep the snow off. As you're walking through...
Sorry, in relation to the islands on the side, where's Silspry?
Silspry is on the northwestern edge of Pausalon.
Cool.
Which I can pull up a map at some point for that.
No, it's fine. I kind of know what... I just wanted to know, are we south, north?
Yes. You're north, and it is the start of the new year.
Lovely. So winter?
Winter. We're coming out of winter here. There is snow kind of piled up on the sides of the street.
Cool.
You're kind of walking through a little bit of the slush, the kind of muddy puddles. There are some dogs in the road, an abandoned cart that someone's given up on trying to fix the wheel on. Some children are chasing each other with sticks back and forth. Elves, all of them. Though you spot the occasional pair of antlers. Little quickling darts by. Couriers in this
cool.
this part of the world. But eventually, you are led around a corner to...
The Cat and the Fiddle?
No. You are led to a tavern with a very large red sail propped up, almost like a tent, but it covers one side of the building. This is a tavern with no name.
Oh. Maybe called the Red Sail?
Possibly. You don't see any name on it.
I'll turn. I'll stop playing and turn to Lord Alder. Like the wood?
Yes.
What's the name of this tavern?
She looks up at it. Well, it's gone by many names. It's a place for discreet meetings.
Oh.
Right now, well, it takes the name of the sail it wears. I believe the crimson sail would befit it well.
Ah.
But, as I've said, it goes by many. Every few years, every human lifetime or so, it will take on a new name. But for now, there was a duel not too long ago here. And this sail was one in it. It was gifted to the tavern by the valiant young warrior who slayed his foe.
Who won the duel?
Shrugs the winner.
What was his name?
Who can say? The tavern's not named after him, I'll tell you that much. But, in any case, we live on the fringe of the empire here. This is a place where heroes still walk the streets, and...
Well, of course I'm here.
Do you consider yourself a hero?
Do you not?
I consider you many things, but a hero? If you believe it, I believe you.
Pick people up. Depends on your definition of a hero. I bring joy through song and dance.
You pick people up all right. In any case.
Strong!
Sure.
I'm not strong.
He is going to open the door to the tavern. Please.
I'll walk in.
Yes. As you walk in, this tavern kind of rings with the sounds of like cups being placed down and plates being like stacked. But it's almost entirely empty. As you walk in, the door closes. You can hear a as Lord Alder locks the door behind him. As I said, discreet.
I'll like take stock of like the doors, like the exits where we came in, the lock that he closed, everything.
Do you have dark vision?
No. I don't think so. I don't think satyrs get dark vision.
Oh.
Do they?
I don't know. I leave that to you. It is very dark in here.
No?
Okay. Then the
I
world
think this
is
is
dark.
like the first time I've never had dark vision.
Interesting. Then this tavern is very dark, save for faint orange light. Comes half shielded by a hand. There's a figure in the back corner of the room. Lights up what looks to be like a cigar. You can see a little flash of orange. Though it's strange on the skin. It doesn't look like a skin tone you're familiar with. Almost bluish. You can see this kind of sharp ear. Helps you identify him as an elf. As you're sort of taking stock of that, there's this very large round table in the center of the room, and across from it, you can see a figure not quite hunched over, but kind of like pitched forward a little bit. There's a drink on the table next to him. Johnny, would you like to describe your character?
Yes!
So can Melody only see the back of my head then?
Yes. Though you're aware that someone has walked in.
You see, someone of, if you were to guess, it's hard to quite say since they're sitting down, but definitely around the realm of about 5'10", kind of in that realm. Lanky build, not necessarily built for strength, built more of a kind of a speed, more of a gymnast build, and long and just kind of short, scruffy auburn hair, and there sits on his hip a rapier on one hip, and sitting on the table beside him is an iron mask with a phoenix on it. And he is currently wearing a green cloak over top, so you can't quite see the rest.
Whoa, that's cool.
Yes.
Good. You've posted in the chat.
Emerald eyes. And a very, very dangerously charming smile. Always on that face.
As you've turned to kind of take in, you recognize Lord Alder. He has an opportunity for you. He's mentioned things here and there in letters, but he told you to meet here.
Can I insight to see like if he's wanting me to greet him or if he's wanting me to kind of stay where I am sitting currently?
You don't need to roll for that because as he comes in and you turn, he does kind of motion for this large round table.
I nod, pick up my drink, and with an easy smile, move and a quiet walk, shift from one table to the other.
You do have dark vision.
Yes, I do.
So, Melody, you hear what happens next. You can see it as well. As in the very dark to your right, to your left, Melody, you can see these 3 figures wrapped up in, like, curtains start to, like, climb on top of each other. Yeah. And
What?
As these 3 kobolds scratching and tearing at the cloth around them, like kind of flailing around, just start barking at each other in Draconic. I don't believe either of you speak Draconic.
You know, I have heard of 3 halflings in a trench coat, but that's got to be the first time I've heard of 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
That would have been so smooth if you actually meant.
It would have been.
As they are scrambling to stand up.
What is happening? Why are there no lights in here?
Well, most of us elves can see without them.
Well, I'm assuming by that you're an elf. If you can't tell, I'll like poke my horns. I am not. I would appreciate some light, Lord Alder.
Of course, my lady. Barkeep, a lantern. Barkeep.
Some food?
Alder, I've never seen you move that fast before to satisfy the whims of a woman.
It goes both ways, my friend. My whims have been most satisfied these last
I'm
several hours.
I'm sure the missus is quite happy about that, eh?
I don't want to talk about it. As the barkeep...
She got you, didn't she?
She's only sad she wasn't invited.
Oh!
Sit down.
Why haven't you introduced me to her before, Alder? I like her.
I'm Melody.
Pleasure.
Reach my hand out.
Rue Clem.
Rukalan, nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
As this is happening, the barkeep kind of like... You get a little cabinet opens like above the drinks, and there's a bunch of lanterns set up. He kind of pulls one off, and like you can see like even in the dim light, he's like cleaning off this like thick layer of dust. Kind of like little lanterns. Puts a little candle in. Brings it over and sets it in the middle of the table.
Thank you.
But
It's just enough.
are there some nuts, by the way, at the table?
Some
by any
nuts?
chance? Because Kalen is a snacker.
Yeah. There's like they set aside like a few of these little like
Breakfast?
little sunflower seeds and the like.
Yeah, he's just popping them in his mouth casually.
Yes, breakfast for the lady. I will. Whatever she wants, I'll cover it.
The works, please.
Oh. As everything from...
No.
Bring me your finest.
Barkeep says, yeah,
This is the Crimson Sail Melody.
bring a platter of everything
Finest
for the lady.
is a loose term.
I've never been here. I wouldn't know. I just know I'm hungry.
Your funeral.
As a bit of a minute goes by, the Lord sort of leading back. I bring the 2 of you from very different walks of life here. These 3, and he said, hey, over here.
The kobolds.
As I've said, I'll do this for you, and in exchange, you'll do something for me. And the little kobolds climb over, and one of them kind of like pulls the chair, so the other one like jumps on. Pulls the chair, so the other one jumps on. I was gonna get on that one. And then like pulls himself up.
How tall are kobolds?
These ones here are like 2 feet tall.
So like as tall as your stool.
Yeah.
Kalen's just gonna gently push the chairs in for the kobolds next to him. It's like,
You kind of push one in.
it's like,
Oh, thank you.
Two of the kobolds in the light are like obsidian black, whereas one of them has like a pot belly, and he is like a bright red. He sort of. I want some food.
Not before me.
I eat when I'm hungry.
I eat when I'm hungry, I drink when I'm dry. Sorry.
What?
No drinking song.
I love it.
Not the time.
As this one's kind of like glaring at you, this pot-bellied one, a young serving girl comes out with this big like platter of food and kind of like sets it down. There are eggs and what looks to be like bacon and sausage kind of piled up as a kind of meat platter, and then this whole like array of like salads and like roasted greens. It's
Roasted greens.
It's a whole mix of things. But and some nuts as well.
I'll take one boiled egg and eat it.
As she does that, I'm gonna whip out my dagger and I'll pierce one of the sausages and just start casually just eating the sausage.
Do you allow this?
Oh, I'll allow it.
Okay, yeah.
There's enough.
One of the kobolds starts to like crawl across the table to try
And
and...
I put my hand down from the
Excuse me?
kobold.
What? Are you gonna ask?
He didn't.
That's because I'm good looking, pal. I can get away with it.
I'm good looking too.
Buddy, your head looks like a crocodile.
You sassed
It
me.
looks like a dragon.
Would you like some food?
He's like, at this point, he's just like throwing a tent.
My head looks like a dragon!
Okay, by the way,
It is fearsome and menacing and angry!
Oh, if you keep it up, I'm not gonna share any with you. Would you like to ask nicely?
No.
Okay, and I'll pull the platter over to me and like slowly start pushing it off the table.
No! No, okay. May I please have some of your meat?
And I'll push such platter over to them. I'll grab a couple like pieces of like bacon and sauce, like a plate for myself, and then like
they
push the
start
platter
just
over.
scrambling and just tearing at this food. As they're making this ruckus, a shadow kind of moves behind you.
Isn't
You
it
can
all
see it.
shadows?
Well, it is everything outside this sort of ring of table.
Yeah.
But for you, the figure who is sitting opposite you, he came in a little after you, and he didn't sit at the bar. So you knew he was here for something. He's gotten up from his booth in the back corner and made his way over. There's a faint little puffs of smoke coming out as he walks. So I get to post something in chat.
Very distinguished.
there walks a man.
This gentleman is
Whoa!
Oh, wow.
a sea elf.
Terrifying.
He sways when he walks,
Ooh.
almost like a drunkard. But there's a control to it, a rhythm. You know this man has known the sea. Kind of pitches to one side, pitches to another. It's a lazy sway, but one that comes as second nature to him. He silently pulls up a chair.
Sorry, did Damon draw this?
Yes.
Oh, Damon! Wow.
As he sits, fingers pressed together, puffs one final of smoke out through his nose.
Oh, is he the one that lit the pipe?
Yes.
Okay.
Shall we begin?
Alright, oh great and mysterious one. Lay the job on us.
They're sort of, I'm not great, well, I am pretty great, but I'm
Yeah, you are.
not mysterious unless I choose to be, which I guess we're in the tavern. In any case, I'm the one with the job here.
I for one have no idea why I'm here and would like to know
Yes.
why you...
Information is important. I have a younger brother who lives several streets down, and many, many years ago, he departed these cold lands in search of adventure and wonder and alcohol, perhaps. But I hate my brother. He is the worst. It feels good to say it. I'll tell you that. It's thank you for coming here and listening to me.
Did you say that to his face?
No, no, of course. But when our parents passed away, I was supposed to inherit my father's war horn. A very powerful sounding horn. Otherwise mundane in terms of magic, but worth a fair bit of gold. And my brother swept it up from where it lay in my manor and made off with it, sticking it in his little vault in his own little manor house. And let me just say, I'm not having it. He's been gone these last almost 40 years now, and I can't bear to see that horn collecting dust and cobwebs in a manner that, frankly, it doesn't belong in. And here's the thing. I have commissioned a replica horn. It looks identical, despite being worthless. And I was looking to hire the 6 of you to just replace the horn in its vault. I can get you information on the number of guards there, and, well, if a thing or 2 or 3 were to go missing from that vault, in some ways it would be beneficial for my brother to think that he had been robbed. Because then you see he would go there and look and say at least the horn wasn't touched. Because after all, who would touch such a mundane horn? That belongs to me.
Is he getting choked up over?
He's kind of wiping his eye a little bit.
I look over to Rue, raise an eyebrow and look back.
You see Rue just smirks back at you.
Sorry. You want me to steal something?
Look, here.
Why
look,
am I...
Lord
I'm
Alder,
a performer, not a thief.
with all due respect, and I do mean all due respect, Melody's, from what I hear, is a little too famous around here to be doing a smash and grab. No offense, Melody.
Oh, I would fully agree.
Please.
I'm a smash and grab.
Understand, there are 6 of you here. It doesn't take 6 people to carry a little war horn. There are only going to be, I think in total, about 6 guards on site. Plus some servants and the like. If you were to put on an impromptu festival, I'm sure all eyes would be on you. They might leave a guard or 2 at the vault, but believe me, I don't think it would be too much to expect that the 2 elves and the 3 kobolds could force their way in. All it takes is a little cloth mask or...
And you know, performances don't come cheap.
There are a great many treasures hidden in that vault.
Neither do skilled swords, my lord.
A great deal of gemstones in that vault, I believe I said, and perhaps something of a more magical nature as well. My brother, anytime he goes on one of his adventures, he finds something that he doesn't have a use for, he sends it back to this manor house to rot away. I can't promise anything especially powerful, but...
Wait, you're telling me this guy protects magical equipment with nothing but a vault door and maybe 6 guards and some servants? I'm sorry, Lord Alder. Are you sure you got all the information on your brother's vault? I don't know, magical traps, for crying out loud, maybe a dragon warbling in the walls?
I've not been in the vault myself, so it's possible there could be some traps, but I wouldn't give you a completely danger-free job, otherwise I'd do it myself. Now, let me put your mind at ease. Silspry is where things are left to be forgotten. And to be honest, well, I don't want to say it. Melody, of all the places you could have toured...
I'm just hitting everywhere.
Yeah.
Gotta spread the name.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's got a point here, Melody. Like, Salisbury is the back-ass end of nowhere.
Please take an inspiration.
If they're willing to pay, I'm willing to perform.
Right.
Making my rounds, doing the travels.
Yeah, we want money! Yeah, if the lady gets money, I want money!
I just look at these. I just look at the kobolds like
They started to chant like boom, boom, boom.
Money, money, money.
Greed!
You know what? Why don't you three shove some more eggs in your face, okay? Alright, so now the adults can talk. By the way, Rue just shoots them a look of like, just stay quiet.
The sea elf kind of like leans in.
You've been mighty quiet.
Adults? Is that what you're calling yourselves?
I mean, in the eyes of elves, I'm a child, but I've lived some life.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I'm just saying, not many elves have gotten out past the Great Forest. I have.
I have a proposition for the two of you. Prove yourselves here. I can offer you 10 times whatever this lord can.
Oh, now, I like the sound of that.
What Alder sort of like bristled at it. He's like,
I didn't catch your name.
Savadar.
Savadar, eh?
Well, Lord Savadar, if you're a generous benefactor, I'd be more than happy to work with a distinguished man such as yourself.
Are you saying Lord Alder's not distinguished?
You see, he just starts munching on his sausage.
You eat that sausage.
Alder sort of, I forgive your assumption, but your friend here is not a lord, and frankly, he came to me quite desperate. Savadar sort of, that's not how I remember it.
How do you remember it? What happened? How do you know each other?
Savadar sort of continuing to lean forward, hands pressed together. I'm looking to put together a team to do a job, and you strike me as someone with a lot of renown. I think it would be quite useful for what I'm trying to do.
And what's that?
I have a dear friend
Hmm.
who made some terrible mistakes in life. He's gone down a very dark path. He's being held against his will in a prison to the north of here. And I just...
Aren't most prisoners criminals held against their will?
As I've said, he's made some terrible choices. But I want to set him on the right path.
So
what? I have to, not for you, for Lord Alder, put on a show and I get paid? That is my job.
Alder sort of...
Whether or not this succeeds, if I'm putting on a show, I expect to be compensated.
kind of like looks around. Do you speak Elvish?
I don't think so.
Wait.
No, I don't.
What kind of performer are you?
Well,
It's
clearly
my
a good one by your standards,
He will-
Lord
he will
Alder.
switch to Elvish
You
to
know how
talk
good
to...
I can perform.
So it goes a little... well, I say. That you don't have to do that sort of performing for the guards.
No, that's not what I was insinuating.
What were you
Just saying,
insinuating?
you know how well I can perform.
I
in all
do.
aspects.
I don't know what you're insinuating. That's
Lord Alder, put the shovel down. You're just digging it deeper.
he's gonna switch to Elvish to address you and Savadar.
Yeah.
I can do 50 gold each for you elves. The kobolds, I'm paying another way, but I don't want them to know if I'm cutting you in on something.
Fair enough. What about Melody here?
I fully pick up on my name, right?
Yeah, Melody. I can pay her as well, the same as you.
Alright.
150 gold, a 3-way split. If that's fair to you.
Sounds fair by my standards.
There's a chant has changed now to gibberish! Gibberish! Gibberish!
I switch back to common for a second. Would you three kindly shut it?
Make an intimidation check.
Can I help? I'll like glare at them.
You glare? Sure, yeah, you can help.
Okay. That's gonna be a solid 20.
Yeah.
They kind of like shoulders sag and they kind of like almost look bashful. They're just kind of, oh.
That just a little more gently.
Now enjoy your food, okay? Enough with the chanting.
They go back to start fighting over
There
everything.
we go.
One of them grabs like a sausage, the other one's trying to eat it out of his hand. He's like, no, this is mine. And they're just fighting back and forth.
Back to Elvish. Alright, sorry. You were saying Lord
I
Alder.
don't like this.
What?
What are you talking? I heard my name.
Oh.
You're speaking in Elvish. I would assume I know what Elvish is.
Yeah.
For as long as I've been here, I don't speak Elvish, and I'll start speaking Sylvan. I speak in Sylvan. If anyone talks like this, you might want to communicate with me in this way, but I also switch common, speak common.
Do you...
I actually shoot back in Sylvan.
Hey.
My apologies, but it was the language the employer has chosen to speak, and thereby I will respect that request. However, I can understand your frustration about being left out. Basically, I look at the kobolds to see if they're understanding or if they're...
No, they're...
Basically, he's paying the kobolds another way. He just didn't want to let them know that he's paying the three of us 50 gold apiece.
I'm gonna incite him.
Sure.
I have no reason to trust him. 8.
But I can understand the frustration.
Lie to me.
I can understand the frustration.
Of being left out of the conversation.
Ishan? Feel better now?
I'm assuming I picked nothing up. So yeah, I feel
Okay.
fine. I just like sit back and I'll like gesture to like the barmaid or whatever.
Yes.
Do you have tea?
Oh, yes.
I'll take your finest cup of tea, please.
The finest cup of...
The finest cup of tea.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, man.
He goes into the back and you hear like, I need the keys. She asked for the tea. The tea. The Lord's there. Yeah, he said to get her whatever she wanted. Okay. Jangling.
What kind of tea is this?
By the way, Daniel, I assume I've been staying at this inn for a while, and I've been at other places. Do I know what this might have be a code phrase for? Or?
Make a history check.
Okay.
You've been around the Fairwood.
Mm-hmm.
You've dealt with illicit substances.
7.
If I'm from the Fairwood, would I know?
7.
Well, with a 7, it must be really good tea. They keep it under lock and key. They're a little worried about like.
Do I know of any elvish
price
tea
of it.
that's like that pricey? That's like lock and key tea? Well, there's
Anything that like a noble family would drink is probably going to be valued quite highly.
all right.
But
I don't know why I'd want tea. Just dried leaves.
nice.
It's comforting.
As
Yeah, it's
you
just
hold
hot
this
leaf juice.
tiny little teacup. You set it down,
How big is it?
like itty bitty, like espresso cup.
You're
It's not very much tea.
Did you want more?
Can I incite her to the waitress here to see if like
make an insight check.
this has the feelings of the fluffy espresso incident?
Fluffy espresso.
8.
8.
It's an 8 on the insight.
She looks a little hesitant, but you can't really get a read on like why.
Is it? It's just expensive? That's...
Oh, it's very expensive.
What is it exactly?
it's just magical tea.
I'm gonna
Magical tea.
I'm gonna say something in
What does it do?
Just it's like a tingly, like
I'm gonna.
a warm feeling.
Can I say something in Salvin?
Yeah.
Melody, just be. I know you're a satyr, but I'd be careful. The elvish nobility drinks some very interesting stuff that causes interesting results in
I'll
one's
look at Lord
mind.
Alder. You had this tea.
Oh yeah, it's very expensive. I think 1 cup would probably be more than enough.
Oh.
To
I just wanted hot leaf juice.
oh it. A strange way to put it, but it's not wrong. It's already been poured, so I don't think they can put it away.
Does it have to be drank immediately?
Give it
I'll
a try,
drink it.
Melody.
You drink it?
I'll drink it.
It is a very rich tea. You can taste there's like some sort of
oolong.
maybe there's a sweetness to it. Almost like they've put like some sort of honey in maybe, but just very faint. In terms of like tea flavors, it may be closer to like a very fine Earl Grey, but there's like a texture to it, like a silkiness.
Ooh.
It's very fine, and the warmth like spreads through your body like immediately. You can feel your muscles just like relax as you kind of like just mellow out.
That is delightful.
And I think back in Elvish to Lord Alder, and I think she's out.
Oh no, I mean, if she got a pot, it would probably put her to sleep. I'm glad we started with 1 because I don't want to drag her back to my room again. But in any
Are you
case,
being Elvish right now?
no, probably just calm.
Coming? You didn't drag me.
If anything, from the looks of it, she probably dragged you.
I like you.
Rue, I need to make
But I
something
don't
very
drag.
clear.
Just for the record.
Just to make this very clear, any conversations we have at this table should remain here.
Lord Alder, your payment is more than good for both my discretion and my amazing wit.
You have one of those, I'll give you that. But
I think you have both.
in any case, are these conditions agreeable?
They're fine by me. We're not gonna have to worry about patrols or nothing, are we?
The patrols, for the most part, are controlled by me.
Oh,
I'll make sure the city isn't... No eyes will be on you save for those in the manor.
Might I make a suggestion here? If you control the patrols, well, why don't we just stage a false break-in? You know, have the kobolds throw some rocks through them windows, steal some petty silverware. You send in a guard team to investigate, and they walk out with the loot, with the guards, with the house none the wiser because they're there to investigate. Who's gonna be looking at the detective at the crime scene?
Lord Alder looks at you. He kind of thinks for a moment.
That's not a bad plan. And we're y'all are the
He
investigation
sort of
team?
pushes his chair back and stands, kind of wringing his hands a little bit. I knew it was a good idea to bring you on. I did my research on you, Rue. I know a little bit about where you come from.
Hey, just an elf from the Great Wood who did a little time with some mercs outside of the wood. Nothing too much to me.
You have a sense of regalia on you. That mask.
Oh, the mask.
It's quite lovely.
Thank
May
you.
I?
He looks at you for a moment appraisingly and then just kind of slides it over very gently with great care.
And I'll pick the corners up. No, I'm just kidding.
It's an iron steel mask, perfectly polished, with and it's and the red phoenix in it is kind of somewhat not quite carved so much as stenciled into the steel itself.
This is magnificent.
There's 2 eye slits in the wings to allow for sight.
I would ask that you not wear it. It means something special. Thank you. And I just attached it to
Honored
the
you
belt.
trusted me with it.
Savadar sort of looks at this. It would be easy to throw up a cloth over your nose and go unnoticed.
I won't be wearing this. Don't worry. This is for personal business. For you, I have this, and I just pull out a small black and gold masquerade mask.
No, you mistake me. It would be easy to put a cloth over your nose and go unnoticed, but that's not something you wear if you want to go unnoticed.
Oh no, that, as I said, this is for when I want to make a statement. This, I gesture to the masquerade mask. That, oh, I may want to go unnoticed, but I want to go unnoticed with style.
Savadar sort of sits back, smiling. I like the feel of this group. I'm in. Whatever the price may end up being.
So, Lord Alder, are we going with the original plan, or are we going with the new one?
Lord Alder sort of, if you would like a moment, I did bring you all on here to use whatever expertise you'd like. I think you all have a different way of getting what you want out of a situation. Some methods being slightly more savage than others, and you kind of like glance at the kobolds, one of which is just triumphantly chewing with his mouth open. Just, I win! While another one is kind of like wiping its eyes, kind of like sobbing a little bit because it didn't get the last egg. But if you would like to settle on a plan, you know where to find me.
I just need to know, for my plan, if we go with it, will your men be up to the job of...
Well, why don't you guys just pose as the investigators?
Well,
When I was...
who are you going to look at? Are you going to trust the new investigators from the block, or are you going to trust the guy that's been here for over 100 years?
You're not even going in.
Well, we're going to go in, but we're going to do it very clumsily and very, very obviously.
Oh,
Lord
like
Alder
you're
sort of-
actually gonna break in.
I don't expect my guards to have any hand in this. The reason I choose you is because you can be gone out of this city.
Alright, well...
Miles away, and no one will be any the wiser.
Can you at least provide me with an official seal, something that I can use to get to present myself as, I don't know, the investigator, something that will at least let me present myself as a guard who's come to investigate the break-in?
I will not, under any circumstances, give you my family's seal, but I can get you the uniforms of some of my guards.
Some uniforms will do.
I don't have any... Well, the crime of wearing an Imperium uniform, I don't think any heist is worth that. But I can give you some of my house garb. You'll blend in with my guard immediately. No one will question it unless you push it. And the helmets have a visor you could bring down. I don't suppose it would look too obvious there.
Perfect, then.
Sorry, what am I doing?
Oh, you're still doing your show.
Okay.
Because the servants are going to be less on guard and less aware if your show's going on. Heck, some of them may go and watch, which will get less eyes out of the house.
Savadar sort of... So it's you and me then.
Where is this house located? Is the Lord still here, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Where is the house located? Like, is it just in the middle of a street, or is it kind of in a square?
You head north, away from the ports. It's up, not quite on a cliff, but it's further away from the center of town. There's some houses across from it, but it largely stands alone.
Oh, is there by any chance a nice open green space near this?
As long as it's not snowing too heavily by tonight, suppose there'll be a field there.
Alrighty.
Like bluffs?
Got an idea then? You got some spare lumber kicking around?
Let's say, how quickly can you build a stage?
Exactly what I was thinking.
Oh,
Bluff party, whoop whoop.
No.
bluff party?
You know, a party up on the cliffs.
Oh, yes, unless...
Make it an event.
I suppose, yes, an event. I can arrange this, but I'll have to go now.
Go now.
Perfect.
Alright, I'll leave you here to decide on any...
If you can just deliver that in 2 uniforms for me and Salvador here would be awesome.
Of course, yes. And he kind of like stands up. I thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I thank you. And he kind of like looks at the kobolds. Mm-hmm. And milady, I thank you dearly for your efforts here. I know you won't be going into the vault, but I trust your friends will find you a token of my appreciation there. And I hope this isn't the last time we meet.
Well, if I need somewhere to stay tonight, I know where to go.
Oh, please, you're always welcome.
Lovely.
He sort of smiles warmly, and he's gonna turn and kind of make his way to the door and kind of like unlatch the door, take a peek out, kind of slip away.
Man's about as stealthy as a bull. I'm waiting. I wait for the door to close before I say that.
Closes. Yeah.
I'm intrigued by you 3.
What?
What brings you here?
Kind of like murmur among themselves and just kind of.
Oh!
Common, please.
I know who these 3 are.
As
No.
don't worry about it.
From last campaign.
You'll see. Oh man.
Hang on, I gotta give. We're taking a break to give a heart to my artist's reaction in the chat to his own art. Yes.
1 second, I could.
That was a great gift, Damon.
Yes. So I just gotta pull up a quick little name thing. One of them kind of like there's a female kobold here. One of the 2 darker colored ones. Kind of.
Nice.
Kind of like folds her little like clawed arms.
We're gonna rescue someone.
From the vault?
No.
I think this is part of Salvador's thing, if I was to guess. Am I right, Salvador?
Savadar.
Is it Salvador or Salvador?
Savadar. It of turns. I found them before I found you. But if nothing else, they are highly motivated.
I see.
Yeah. I don't know if we're supposed to talk about it, but our friend was captured by the elves.
They kind of like grumble among themselves.
And we need to get him back from his prison. Break out! Break out!
And so chanting
Okay. Look, if we are gonna work
I like
together,
you guys.
which I am looking forward to working with all 3 of y'all, but you gotta knock it off with the chanting. It draws just a wee bit too much attention. However, the flair for the dramatic that the 3 of you amigos have is absolutely essential, if not downright critical, for the first part of this plan to go off.
If I may, little dragons. Do you breathe fire?
She called you a little dragon.
I called all of you little dragons.
She called a little...
They all raise their hands.
Take a dragon!
Oh boy.
I am a dragon!
With a hit of turn.
Sorry, what did you say?
Do you breathe fire by chance?
Kind of like all of them kind of downcast.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Not
come
yet.
on. You can't ask
Maybe-
that of the kobolds.
Sorry.
That's just
When
mean.
we get older and
Well, probably.
we die and come back, we'll be a dragon in the next life.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
You know what you could do? You could keep a little bit of oil in your mouth, get a torch in front of you, and
Booze works too. Doesn't taste as bad.
okay. Yeah, you could do gin.
Oh, I could. You want us to like spit on them?
No.
You
Oh, sorry.
you get a candle or some sort of flame, and you take a shot. Don't swallow it, and go.
One of them just goes and like chewed egg and meat just kind of sprays across the
Daniel,
table.
I'm just gonna go ahead and take my empty like
love
little
it.
side plate
Yeah.
and just go
He kind of like falls off.
and
I love
just
it.
block
I'm confused. What are we doing?
That's
Yeah,
just
okay.
a way you could
So-
breathe fire if you wanted to.
Let me-
I'm off topic.
I'm-
What's your plan?
My plan is to use your natural beauty and musical talent to distract the whole crowds.
Stop.
And now, as for you three,
Yeah.
I'm assuming you three are mayhem incarnate.
What's mayhem?
Destruction.
Yeah.
Chaos.
Destroy.
Okay.
And
Okay.
The other
Okay.
two are kind of like
Okay.
eyeballing the third, and it's kind of okay.
Save the energy, because so what we're gonna do is, so at the start of the show, how long can you get the crowd going and having a happy, merry?
How long do you need?
Oh, let's see. We're gonna need about 3 hours.
3 hours?
We're gonna need about, well, that's to be safe. Well, maybe
I
3
can't. I can go all night, but 3 hours to get
I'm
in and take a horn?
I'm sure Lord Alder can attest to that.
Oh,
but
he can.
He's not here. He doesn't react.
but I just
With Salvador's reaction.
Savitar's just kind of like staring off into the center of the table. He's very clearly thinking. But
So
he's not really engaged in this.
the reason we need that much time is we need time to give these guys a chance to do the fake break-in, the house to then report it to the city guard, time for us to get up there, as in me and Salvador, getting all the way up there, and then we need the time to go through and pretend to investigate the break-in.
See, I feel like it would just be easier get in, get out while the show is on. That whole fake break-in, real break-in investigation just seems like a lot of steps.
Well, why don't we tell you what? There's
I'll perform
there's-
and you make the plan,
there-
but to me that just
there's-
seems like a lot of steps.
there is one, two, yeah, there's 6 of us here. Why don't we just take a vote? Okay? Why don't we just take a vote? Which plan works better? Salvador, you seem like a savvy guy.
Savvy? Salvador.
Exactly.
It's very clever.
Yeah, I know. Probably a pun you've heard a million times before. But why don't we just take a vote on it?
I will perform either way. I'm just
Uh-huh.
saying it might be easier just to get in, get out.
All right. What do you all think?
Can you actually explain?
So the plan
Your
is very
plan?
simple. The plan is the kobolds, because the toughest part is going to be getting into that vault, right? Now, if I was
the
that
horn wasn't in the vault though, was it?
no, the horn's in the vault, right, Daniel? According to what Alvar
Oh,
said.
okay.
So a guy like that, the vault isn't just going to be a nice, good old mundane lock. That thing's probably going to have. Is it fair to assume I know what arcane lock is, Daniel? He's probably not only going to have it. A high quality mundane lock, he's going to have strengthened it with arcane lock, and then he's probably going to have thrown a glyph of warding on there, some sort of nonsense like that. So the trick is, we get the people who actually have the vault to open it up for us. So what we do, kobolds break in, break a few things, steal a painting off the wall, and then make a really lousy attempt at breaking into the vault. That way, when we come to investigate, I can tell them, hey, you should open up the vault. We gotta make sure everything's still in there for your boss. Now, we might not get our extra loot, but we're at least gonna be able to swap out the horn, no problem.
As long as the kobolds can get into the vault. If they can't even get into the
No,
vault,
they
why
don't
would
even,
they?
they don't even need to get into the vault. That's the thing. They
Well,
just
why
need to
would
look
they
like
open the vault if
they just
they
need to
know
look like
the
they-
kobolds
they
haven't
just need
been
to
in
look
it?
like they did get in.
Well, how would you make a vault look like it was gotten into unless it was
Easy.
partially opened?
You go along the side, and you make up a nice bunch of scuff marks right along the seam. seem.
Hmm.
You can't tell if they got in or not because for all you know, they closed it up behind them on their way out.
Salvador, what do you think?
This plan, it involves the kobolds entering and causing mayhem.
Yeah, just entering, causing mayhem, and besides, you're gonna tie 3 kobolds back to 2 elves and a satyr.
My priority is making sure
Mhm.
the 6 of
No.
us here.
I will admit there is one weakness to this problem. We won't be able to grab the other loot from the vault because we won't have fakes to swap it out with. But we will be able to do the horn no problem and at a much lower risk.
Is it lower risk though?
Matter of perspective.
You know where I stand. I'll perform. I'm not the one going in and risking myself.
Look, the problem is
Personally, I would love an item of value.
Problem is I was never trained in safe cracking.
What are your specialties, Salvador?
Salvador, can you crack a safe? If you can't crack a safe, we need to get the safe open. That's the big problem.
Well, I have a way to get a safe open, but it's quite loud and I'm not going in.
Salvador sort of... I can change my appearance, and I can summon creatures to help
wait a
us.
second. Hold up. You can change your appearance.
If necessary.
Oh. This just got a lot easier.
Why don't you make yourself look like the brother?
Exactly. This just got easier.
I can attempt to. I've never seen him before.
Well, you go back to Lord Alder.
I'll bet Lord Alder, no one, look, no offense to the Lord, but no one snobbed folk like that. He's gonna have a nice big ass painting in the foyer of him and the whole family.
Probably yeah.
If we can attempt this. Would I just...
We need to get a better picture of who this Lord Alder's brother is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then if he's some sort of, he comes back, if he's some sort of, has any type of reputation other than pristine, I'm sure his guards wouldn't be, if he's a collector, I'm sure he likes to show off his collection, and who better to show it off to than a renowned performer?
Oh.
So perhaps lend a gift to the fair lady, or...
Well, if the brother's in there, the guards won't second guess it. He can send them off.
Oh,
Yes,
that's perfect.
You're my roadie. You come along with me.
Mm-hmm.
Can we leave the kobolds behind?
The kobolds could cause a commotion in case anything goes wrong.
Yeah, kobolds could be the backup plan.
I see. How will we signal them?
I can cast message.
Yeah, I'm assuming they won't be too far away. We know their exact location, and
Yeah, I can.
Have a code word.
Okay, you know what? I hate to say this. I want to go in and help you, but maybe should I stay back with the kobolds and make sure the kobolds don't...
well, the only thing is how do we get into the the vault? That's
Wait a second. How good are you at lying to people?
Oh, I'm very
No,
good at
I'm not
lying
worried
to
about
people.
you. Clearly, you're good if you could have said all that to Lord Alder's face.
Salvador sort of leans forward.
That was all truth.
I will be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Lying is not my specialty.
So, here's what we can do. Brother's probably an elf. I have a disguise kit. Some hair dye, a little change in the accent.
You pose as him.
Exactly, my good man. I can do many an accent, and it gets me into every sort of place imaginable.
If you think these guards don't know this lord as well...
Well, they said he's been gone for 40 years. I feel like we need more information from the Lord.
I've known people who were gone for almost that long, and I remember them too well.
Depends on how well he treats the servants, really. If the servants hate him, they may not question him much. If they like him, Oh, that's another story altogether. Harder to impersonate a liked person than a disliked
So
person.
why don't, at this point, I think we've got quite a few hours until things get up and running. I'll go check out the venue, including maybe taking a tour of the house when I have to use the bathroom. Scope it out a little bit. And then you fine gentlemen can go talk to Lord Alder
All right.
and figure out what his brother's like.
We'll get the rundown.
We'll reconvene in a few hours and figure out the plan.
We can get it from him.
So you and I go and we figure this out.
Oh yeah.
You check out this.
Shout out, brother.
Let's check
scope
out my
out the-
venue.
See, you've taken to this quite admirably, considering it's, I assume, your first job of this sort.
I've had some interesting jobs, but yes.
I see. Well then, my fellow elvish friends, seems we're partners in this.
That we are, my friend. And I'm gonna go ahead and slam back the rest of my drink. Alright. Let's be off. Do you want to take the kobolds with you, or do we just leave the
I'm
kobolds
not
here?
bringing the kobolds with me.
Alright. You three, stay here.
Oh, they could be my roadies.
Oh. Do you want to take them then?
Nah, I'll be okay.
Alright. You three, enjoy the food. Stay here. Stay out of trouble.
One of them just picks up the platter, which is almost empty, and just like smashes the other one over the head with it, and,
We're out of food!
and like throws it. And it's
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Oh, kobolds, by the way, what are your names? Or
Names.
little dragons, what are your names?
the little lady kobold raises her
Zip,
hand.
zap, zop.
Zip zap
I
zap.
am Hesed,
Hased.
and I am Lehem.
Says the red one.
Lehem. Hased.
The third one then raises a hand.
I am Eliel. Eliel. Eliel, I forget how to pronounce it sometimes.
Alright, you are Zip, zap, zop. Let's go.
No, it's not my name.
Little dragons, you are what I call you.
One of them gets really stern at that and turns his.
No, we are what our master called us.
Oh, who's your master?
Kind of all grumble.
Who is your master?
It's none of your business.
Oh, come on.
If we're gonna work together, we should know each other
Come
a
on,
little
she's
bit.
calling you little dragons. Least you can
They are
do.
little dragons. Look at them.
One of them sort of pouts.
You'll never meet our master.
Is he dead?
See.
No. He flew away forever.
So, wait a
What's
second.
his name?
Say, hey,
It's
you
bad
know
luck
what?
to share names.
Wait a second here. You're telling us.
Is your master?
You're telling us your master is amazing. Fantastic, right?
He's the great master.
I
Great
could sing
master.
songs of how great he was.
Exactly.
He is.
Share
If only
with
I
Melody.
know his name.
Share with Melody the wonders that is your master, so that she might sing of him, and let his names never be forgotten in the annals of song.
Lehem sort of.
We need to huddle.
And they sort of like crawl up. Two of them like crawl up on the table just to huddle down.
Is this a
They start
persuasion?
grumbling at each other.
And as they're all doing that, I'm just gonna kind of gesture at
I'll bring-
Savadar.
Salvador?
I just gesture
I'll
at
start
Savadar
plucking
like,
on my lute.
this is our chance to.
Says yes. Alright. And he stands up.
Yeah.
You and me?
Yeah.
He'll sort of head out. They kind of like look and like watch as you're like gone and sort of.
By the
It's
way,
just me.
oh, quick question, Daniel: is the barmaid on our near the door on our way out by any chance?
She's disappeared on the other side.
Okay, never mind.
As yeah, the three kind of like look at you.
We've decided that if you can save our friend, he can tell you maybe.
Your friend from the prison.
We don't know if he's in prison, but they took him to one.
Oh.
Interesting.
I have
His
no
name
promises.
Gola.
Gola.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Interesting. And I'll just leave. I'll stop playing my lute as I leave, and start making my way to, I assume, where I can see cliffs.
Yes. So you make your way like north along the coast.
Once I'm kind of sneak out a little bit,
Yeah.
more discreetly.
Yeah.
And then once I'm just down the ways a little bit, I'll just start plucking and playing as I
Playing
walk.
again? Sure. You make your way up to this like lone house, kind of like overlooking the sea.
I'll go kind of to the field and like kind of figure out where a good spot would be to set up a stage, kind of could overlook the nicest view, hold the most people, kind of.
Totally. It looks like at one point there were farm fields here, but decades of neglect have turned them just into these kind of grassy, rolling hills.
Cool.
And you can see already.
There's almost like a natural amphitheater type thing.
Sure, yeah.
You know?
It's like a little bit of a valley there in front of the building. There is what looks to be just like an elf in kind of like peasant's attire, kind of like this rough spun with a little like straw hat. Kind of like doing one of these like thumbs to forefinger, like making the little like looking for a place to set up. So,
hello,
Melody. Yeah. Lord Alder asked some of us farm folk to maybe come and set up your stage.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, we have a lot of like galas and like pig riding competitions and that.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
It's stuff from the mainland that's been brought over, like culturally speaking. But yeah, you know, we can pitch a good tent. We can start a good party.
Wonderful. I want the biggest party Silspry's ever seen.
Like bigger than the one last night.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not as exclusive. It's here. Anyone can come.
I see. Yeah. Yeah. We'll get some set up there for you, and yeah.
Do you know anyone that does anything in the way of pyrotechnics?
Pyro what?
You know, light shows.
Oh, like lighting fires?
Kind of, but like light shows. Get it going.
The town drunk lights fires all the time. we'll break him out.
Break him out.
Yeah, it won't be breaking him out, but like, you know, we'll drag him away from where they got him locked up in the basement of the jail. But like,
just, you know, set the tone. You know, light it up.
Nothing sets the tone better than the town drunk lighting fires, I'll tell you that.
As long as I don't get burned, we're good.
Of course, we'll light the fires behind you, and then you'll feel the heat if it's dangerous.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, but like little fires, like, you know.
Yeah, like in a barrel or something, right?
Yeah, like torches and stuff.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It'll be like a mob, but like a happy mob.
Ah, wonderful.
Yeah, okay.
And, the house here, whose house is this?
This belongs to Lord Roran. He's the Lord's brother.
Oh!
Are you serious?
He hasn't been here in quite a while. So you probably won't be seeing him tonight.
Oh, where did he go?
I don't know. He disappeared like almost 40 years ago.
No trace?
He brings like, we get like boats that come in every now and then, and they got crates that say Roran on them, and his house just.
I didn't even clue in on the last name.
They just kind of like drag the boxes up into the. He's got like a little room there maybe or something. I don't know, but he sends things every now and then. He writes like letters or something to his house maybe. I don't know. He's not too close with Lord Alder.
So we can.
Okay, sidebar. Daniel, I did not even clue in on the last name.
It's gonna, yeah.
Wait, what was the Lord Alder's last name?
Balsine.
Balsine. Oh, Roran.
That was
Balsine.
Roran's last name.
Balsine. Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
This campaign's only gonna get wilder.
Oh boy, what other twists and turns of the Grim Riddler shall appear.
The first session. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, wow.
While you're learning this and while you're kind of going over the stage prep,
Yeah.
you're gonna go learn a little thing or two about this lord that you're gonna impersonate.
Oh yes.
Roran's a noble?
Apparently.
Guess my character is just like the Balsine.
He was a knight from a lesser family.
True. Oh my gosh.
Where are you going and what are you doing?
Heading to Lord Alder's house, making sure to use the servant's entrance, of course.
Yes. Salvador sort of scouts ahead for you, kind of like looking around. We are on this one's side, yes. He's our employer after all.
Of course.
Yes. He kind of makes his way up to the door and kind of peeks and opens it up for you. Yeah, go.
Yep. No. I whisper to him politely. I just walk in with the confidence of, not confidence so much as there's a slight hunch to my back, kind of suggesting I'm a manual laborer. It's like, the trick is, when you need to talk to the boss, you go through the servants' entrance. They don't like anybody but the fancy folk using the front door.
Fair enough. How do you feel about all this, Rue?
What?
Who we're robbing, what we're doing.
Well, look, it's a disagreement between brothers. Thing as old as time itself. Sounds like it's a bit of a rivalry, if not a game, between the two of them. One steals the horn, the other steals the back, so on and so forth, until the winner.
You're not afraid, though?
Afraid of a lord who hasn't been here in 4 years?
Well, we're just robbing an important person, someone with wealth. Does that not concern you?
You kind of see Rue kind of just rolls his shoulders a bit. When we came through the servants' entrance, are we kind of like in the kitchen area now?
Yeah, you're kind of moving through. He's got his voice down low, and you're moving between rooms, so no one's ever able to catch most of this conversation.
Yep. So by the way, as we go through the kitchen, can I just like palm a bun? Like,
yeah, make a sleight of hand check.
Just palm a bun, sweet. This is the kind of stuff Rue does.
It's not like I don't steal stuff, but I'll palm a bun from the kitchen.
I don't steal stuff, but like occasionally I'll steal stuff.
13. I'm gonna 13.
13? Nice. Yeah, you kind of just walking along, just kind of behind you, whoop, and you have a bun.
Yeah.
As I just kind of stop as I'm nibbling on the bun. Well, look. The way I see it, stealing from a rich guy's better than stealing from some poor sod in the street, you know? Think about it. Guy like him, he can afford it. And people like us, the servants, we can't afford to have something stolen. We don't have insurance, we don't have nothing.
Salvador stops in his tracks. Kind of cocks his head to the side. I like you, Rue. Stick close. I'll take you places.
I like your sense of style, my friend. I think we're gonna get along just fine.
He has this like thin lipped smile he does, kind of. The lips are pursed. So it almost looks reluctant, but it's there. He's kind of smiling. Yes.
There's a half-cocked smile on Rue's face. Anyways, we best find Lord Alder, and by the way, if you meet the Mrs., be polite and we better not mention that melody.
As you sort of walk into the dining room, you can see Lord and Lady sitting across from each other.
Or is it the stereotypical at the end of one at each end of a giant table? Or?
They're opposite ends of the short end of the
Okay.
table. So up by the head, but neither one of them's taking the head of the table.
Okay.
Aww.
Lord Alder sort of waves. Yes, welcome.
I hope you don't mind. We made sure to use the servants' entrance so nobody noticed us come in.
I admire your discretion there. You know who could learn a thing or two about discretion? My brother. Let me tell you.
Oh my goodness!
So, well, that's actually why we're here. I'm just gonna look around as I'm just kind of glancing at the doors and the little alcoves where I know from my past servants like to just kind of hide and listen.
Perception check.
Perception check, okay.
Salvador doesn't actually look too far off from Roran.
That is a solid 9 on the perception.
You're scanning. It looks clear.
Do you have a family portrait by any chance so I can get an idea of who Lord Roran was?
Yes, indeed. And your other, the Lady Melody, is she all right?
Yeah, she's quite fine. She's gone off to check that beautiful stage you're having built for her.
His wife.
Oh shoot.
He's going to look at you, and I think something is going to happen.
Oh boy.
Yes, she is going to cast a spell on you.
Lovely.
She's going to kind of just... And you just hear... You're traveling with the Lady Melody.
I think back because I'm assuming this is message.
This is just you. If you she whispers it, and you can whisper back.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so this message. Well, not traveling with so much as I came here to get a job from your husband, and your husband put this whole little crew together.
Kind of stands up and kind of smooths out her dress.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
I just say, I'm sorry, man. Did I say something wrong?
No, it's fine. Will she be performing tonight?
I just say, she will be nice and far away from your home tonight.
Where exactly will she be?
She's singing on a lovely stage on a grass hill just outside of Lord... how did I say the last name again?
Balsine?
Balsine's estate up on the bluffs.
I see. If you see her, tell her I'll be there.
Oh man, can I just? I'm just gonna roll. Charisma save here to maintain my composure.
Yeah.
Gonna roll a deception check here to make. Okay, 18. I maintain my composure. I'm like, just there's a moment of just a slight like shit-eaten grin just slips across his face for a moment. It's like, I just like with a slight bow. I'm like, and I just whisper. My lady, I will be sure that she knows your lovely face will be among the crowd.
Thank you. And Lord Alder sort of stands. Oh, what have I done? Please, if you'll follow me, portraits.
Of course, Lord Alder.
He leads you up to the art wing where you see...
Yeah.
You pass by this very tall marble statue with the cracked face and the big bull's horns. The
Don't care.
hooves. Yeah. Little figure kind of sketching, kind of like looks at you and gives a weird look.
I look at him. I just throw him a wink.
Sort of. Eyes go to. Do you have your butterfly mask on you?
My mask is currently tucked into my backpack. Okay. I got my backpack. I don't have my backpack on me so much as I took it and it's now tucked away safely in my cloak.
I see. Sort of like eyes you as you pass, but doesn't really want to meet your eyes. You're led into the formal part of the art wing, all these family portraits. You can see this very cocky-looking wood elf. Black hair tied in like a bit of a ponytail. This kind of green.
Oh, okay.
It's designed to look like green leaves, but it's like armor. Underneath is signed in very fine cursive and like print, Roran Balsine.
So, I know you mentioned we talked about the guard outfits. You wouldn't happen to have a set of armor that looks like that, would you?
It is a family heirloom in a similar sense to my horn. I could provide you with armor. It wouldn't be exactly the same, but the same style.
And I'm just looking at it like, do I have enough hair to kind of approximate like the ponytail into more of a wolf's tail almost?
Yes, you could do a bit of a wolf's tail, not the full ponytail.
So, okay, I can make an excuse. I'm thinking to myself, okay,
Not for 40 years.
I can dye the hair, make an excuse about somebody cutting it off, getting pulled during a fight, and now I keep it short.
Oh yes, absolutely. I'm sure lots of people pull Roran's hair in fights. He is not a capable warrior.
Can I roll an insight because I sense some brotherly hatred right here?
Yeah, make an insight.
Okay, that's gonna be a solid 20.
20. Yeah, there's definitely some cross-armed rivalry going on.
Okay, so probably more than competent as a warrior.
You could probably determine that Roran is the favorite child between these two.
So, look, okay, Lord Alder.
Yes.
You want the horn, right? You want to get one over on the brother that received all the attention you should have deserved. Am I right?
Precisely, yes.
Then what I'm gonna need from you, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk into the place as your brother and steal the stuff right out from underneath him.
Do you think you could do this convincingly?
I think I could, but the problem is I need you to drop the disdain for your brother long enough to tell me honestly how to behave, act, and fake being your brother. Because you see, what I need to know, is he kind to his servants? Does he know his servants by name? Does he hate his servants? Like, what I need to know is, what kind of man is he? Am I supposed to be an honorable man? Do I have a mainland Elvish accent? Do I have a highfalutin high elf accent? And that's what I need to know, these things, because if you can give me the most honest version of your brother, and I can imitate him, then I can walk right in there with your brother's face and steal the whole lot.
I understand, yes. Now, I'll tell you this. He has, as insufferable as he may be, I've never really noticed an accent on him. He just sounds like he speaks normally to me.
Okay, simple enough.
But I'm not sure if that's just, I have perhaps a slight accent myself,
Perhaps a
Perhaps
slight
a
accent.
slight one.
By the way, Kalen is slowly shifting his voice to match.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll spend the next hour with you and Savidar talking through the ins and outs.
By the way, I start I present a couple different walks to him. I'm like, so does he keep his hands? Is he a belt guy? Is he hands at the side, or is he a good old military rest position guy?
Consider him military trained.
Military trained, okay.
The Imperium had a hand in his swordplay.
My walk moves from my easy jaunt to that of
more purposeful.
Similar to my master's walk.
I see.
Imitating that, trained professional warrior.
Yes. I see, yes.
And I'm going to go ahead, dye the hair, and I start changing. I'm like, is he polite? Does he speak honorably? The whole...
Oh, he's an
by
honorable
the sword,
knight.
and I shall die by the sword type of a guy.
Yes, I believe he devoted himself very wholeheartedly to his...
What I mean is does he speak in metaphor? Does he just speak plainly? Does he speak with great fanfare? Like I am a warrior of elven kind that is here to liberate this people, or am I... Look, I'm just here to do a job.
Yes, try this. My lady, yes, I will buy you that dress.
Ah, my lady. Of course I shall do that for you right away, my lady. My whole bank account is at your disposal.
That sounds about like Roran.
Okay. My lady.
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, wait a second. Okay, that makes sense.
There's a moment of, hang on, is he projecting? But as you sort of clue into that, time passes. You oversee the production of this stage.
Where, set the scene for me. So there's rolling hills, field, this big house. There are other houses?
Mainly just this big house. There's a few houses across from it, but you're kind of set up next to it.
Yeah.
Would you like to be set up away from the house so you're facing it, or with your back to the house?
I want the crowd to be facing away from the house, so I want to face the house.
Yes.
I'm gonna kind of look around and go, I have to use the bathroom, and I'm gonna run, pee jog up to the...
With the hooves going back and forth?
Yeah, up to the house. I'm assuming there's a guard on the front steps or whatever.
There is one guard there who's sort of just like an elf. Simple, kind of half-plate armor. Kind of not the best quality.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Melody. I'm doing a show here. I've been setting up for a while. I really have to pee.
Oh my goodness, Melody.
Hi.
Yes, please, by all means.
Can I please use the bathroom?
He's fumbling his spear trying to open the door. Yeah, of course. And you can go in there. You head in and then around and up and to the left. Would you like me to take you there?
Please.
Okay. And he's just heading in. He said, "Servant, watch the door." And he leads you around up these stairs into the...
I would like to take meticulous note of the layout, any guards I see, it, amount of servants, all of that.
There are... You pass...
Try to snag names.
You pass two on the ground floor.
Once I'm out of the bathroom, pass two guards or servants?
Two servants.
Two servants.
And there's one guard at the top of the stairs. You just sort of... Whew. By the Imperium, it's Melody.
Hi!
The famous bard.
Yeah, bathroom, please!
Yes, of course. Yeah, of course.
I'm in the bathroom?
Yeah.
I'll go to the bathroom.
Sure,
I'm assuming I can just go to the bathroom.
Why not? They're not listening.
Is there running water and stuff here?
There
Or is it like
Probably.
a bucket?
They would probably have. So they have like the poop chute. The like. the down and out.
Nice.
I believe they do have flowing water of some kind here.
Because
Okay.
you could collect rainwater on your roof, and then you could, using gravity, send it throughout the entire house.
Yeah. Cool.
And the technology of like the plumbing does work in the sense that like I know they had it in Curse of Knackle, so like
True. They have plumbing.
yeah, they have basic plumbing.
Cool. Wash my hands up and step out, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The first guard is gone, but the second guard's like, oh yes,
What's your name?
oh. My name is Malus.
Malus.
Yes.
I will take note of what he looks like.
Yeah, sort of like short, flowing blonde hair. Is no helmet on, but like kind of like studded leather armor. Ears go out more than up.
Cool.
Kind of like some freckles.
It's lovely to meet you.
I'm honored.
Sir, and this is Roran's house. I asked the man building the stage. I was curious, and then I really had to go to the bathroom, and it seemed like the nicest house, so.
Yes. Right. This is Roran's house. Yes. You've not been before?
No, this is my first time. I'm setting up a concert outside for later tonight. The hills here seemed quite beautiful, overlooking the cliffs. I thought sound would travel well here.
Oh, I hope I hear it.
Oh, you should come out and watch.
Oh, the captain probably would not.
Is that the one at the door?
No, he's a short gentleman. He's probably guarding the vault right about now. But have you let him know about the concert?
No, but if the servants and whatnot want to come, may I ask him? I want as many people to be able to see it as possible. The more the merrier, you know what they say.
Sort of, if I may say so.
Yes.
Probably better not to let the captain know.
Oh.
I don't think he'd be letting anyone outside if he thought there was a concert going on.
Oh, why not?
He's not a very fun individual.
Oh.
Just between you and I didn't share that with you or anything.
Oh, share what with me?
Thank you. Also, please forget my name. I'm not supposed to share it with like a satyr. I understand that's bad fortune if you're like a Fey Lord or something.
What?
I just
What do you mean?
Well, I believe I may have misspoken. I don't know.
Bad to share your name with a satyr?
Potentially, yes, that's what I've heard.
Why?
It gives them power over you.
Darling, I don't need your name to have power over you, and I'll like caress the side of his face.
Yeah, make a persuasion check.
That's an unnatural 20.
Okay, that's a 2. Sort of, well, he kind of like flips his hair.
Do like the like?
Yeah, the little curl.
Yeah.
Again, this is an easy town for you.
Yeah.
People here are simple, and it's quite easy to get under the skin a little bit.
Nice.
But sort of, yes. Shall I show you the way out, or?
What was the captain's name in case I run into him at some point?
It's Captain Fallon.
Fallon. F-A-L-A-N?
Yes.
Ah, lovely. Well, if you could sneak out, I'd love to see you at my concert.
Oh, I would love to. I only hope I get the opportunity.
Does he do rounds? Would he know if you left?
I'm sure if he hears a concert, he will come investigating.
Making sure you're all still there.
Perhaps, yes.
Well, maybe once he's come and seen you, then you guys can sneak out and come watch.
Oh, perhaps, yes.
Because once he's come and seen you, I feel like he won't return. He'll just make sure you haven't left at the beginning.
Before
Not that I want you to get in trouble, but I mean, I'd love to see you at the concert.
Oh, well, I'd love to be there. to see you. Lady Melody, before you go, may I ask a favor of you?
Yes.
Just a moment. And he like pops his spear up and starts like kind of like jogging around the corner, and you can hear him just like rummaging loudly through these like drawers. Where is it? Yes, okay. And he runs out with this little quill and a little thing of ink.
Aww.
Sort of like dips the quill in and puts it like balanced on like the
That's so funny.
rail of the staircase. Could you like sign my armor?
Your armor.
Yes.
Will it? Oh, it's leather?
Yeah.
Oh.
Still leather. Yeah.
Would your captain not know that I was in here? Would he be mad if I was in here?
Oh,
Here, watch. I have an idea, and I'll like start like untying the side of it to like open and like sign my name on like the inside right by like where his heart would be, you know?
Yeah.
Melody with a little heart, and then I'll like look him in the eyes and like lace it back up.
Oh my. Oh. Wow, that was amazing. I'll treasure this armor always. Thank you. Melody, you're wonderful.
Stop.
Everybody knows it. When we heard you were coming here, no one believed it.
Here's the thing though. People don't come to the Outer Isles because they think it's beneath them or they're not good enough, not worthy. But here's the thing. Everyone's worthy to hear beautiful music.
Oh. My heart, Melody, it melts. Like, amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And with that, unless you have anything else you'd like to do.
Do I see how big is like the upstairs that I can see?
This upstairs, it's not very large.
Okay.
Most of there seems to be I'm gonna do air quotes, great hall.
Yeah.
Like a little dining hall. It's not nearly as big as Alder's building.
Cool.
This is more of a traditional log cabin with like a balcony raised area.
Yeah. Like a loft almost, like overlooking.
Yes.
Okay.
And on your way down, you go down this like little staircase. You can see that it drops again into like a basement.
Cool.
And there's just a door there closed.
Like a normal looking door?
Yeah.
And I'll leave. Is he escorting me out?
Yeah, if you'd like him to. He'll sort of naturally go with you. Yeah.
I'm assuming that's where your captain is.
Oh yes, he's down there. There are a total of 3 of our guards are down there.
Cool.
The captain and then 2 of his aides.
What are their names? If I see you guys at the concert, I want to be able to give you a shout out by name.
Oh.
Dedicate a song to you?
It's Nalar. And then I'm really not sure of the other one's name. He's a big fellow, a furbolg.
Oh.
I couldn't tell you entirely though what his name is.
Is he newer?
Relatively.
Where did your master go?
Honestly, no one's really sure. I wasn't here when he first left. I was brought on after. The captain, of course, knows more about it than I do. But I know
he's been here for a while then.
Oh yes. But the Lord Roran, he went to the mainland on some grand quest, I hear. The things he sent back to us, strange things from all over the mainland, from as far north as Verstool and
oh wow,
in the city of Usai.
He sounds like quite the man.
Oh yes, he's lovely. I'm told.
He must be on some important quest if he hasn't come back to his mansion or his manor.
Perhaps. I'd like to think so, but I think he may have.
Maybe he met someone.
It's possible. I know there was. He would write letters many years prior, but he stopped now, about some fair lady who he met. But he didn't have the wedding here, so I don't suppose anything came of it.
Fair.
But in any case,
could the servants come?
Sort of.
Are they needed?
I'm sure naturally they will migrate over to you.
Oh,
it's just the captain may prove difficult.
To let the servants go. Why do you even need servants? There's no one here.
Oh, he's very strict on the scheduling.
So lame.
Sort of doesn't really want to respond to it, but kind of like does like a half-hearted kind of shrug, nod, like it's not easy, but it earns me my silver, so I can't complain.
Well, do good things, Melis. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have anything to eat while I'm here? I don't want to impose, but I'm a little peckish.
Absolutely.
I'll be out here for a while, and I didn't bring any snacks.
Oh, of course. And he sort of like guides you to the kitchen where there's a few other like, what looks to be like a butler, but he's like, all his shirt's untucked. He's not really like keeping on it at all. So like, yeah, just bring that over there. I guess the guards will eat it. Sorry, who are you?
I'm Melody.
Oh, from the party last night.
Yeah, I'm a performer. I'm doing a concert outside later.
Yeah. The guard sort of, you don't know Lady Melody? And the butler sort of, people come and go in this place, and most of them aren't important. But, you want like an apple or something?
That would be lovely.
Yeah, okay. He grabs it, picks an apple up, kind of, not that one, garbage. Yeah.
Are these crunchy apples or grainy apples? I can't stand the grainy ones.
Look, if you're going to be picky, I don't know. Kind of toss it to you.
I'll catch it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, of course.
I can see myself out.
Yeah.
And I'll take note of... Is there like from the kitchen, a door like outside or something?
Yes, there's a back door out the kitchen, which leads more directly to where the concert would be taking place.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then I'll go back out. Is there like... Can I see from the window? Is there like a window in the door or like beside the door or whatever?
Not in the door, but there's a window that would look directly out to where the concert is. Just like a small one raised up.
A bit... You could watch it from here. And I'll like kind of like peek out the window and like, is there a guard at that back door?
There is no guard at the back door.
Cool.
But the guard with you is kind of just, oh yes, I could. We could pull up a stool or something.
You could just open the door.
Oh, milady, if I'm going to go, I'm going to try and be at the front.
Lovely.
But in any case, please, I'll let you get back to it.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
And I'll go back out the front. Is the guard that I first met there?
Oh, from the front gate? Yeah.
Like back to just go around.
He's
the
gone
front.
back to the front.
And he's at the front?
Yes.
I'm assuming Melis went back to his guard
Yes.
upstairs?
Upstairs, yes.
Cool. And so I'll open the front door to leave.
Yeah.
And what's your name? I'll like put my hand on his shoulder, you know, and what's your name?
Oh, it's Rake here.
Rake here. That's an interesting name. Are you from around here?
I am, yes.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you for allowing me to use the bathroom. If you can make it to the concert, I'd be delighted to see all of you.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he kind of like leans. I could see it from here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, lovely. Thank you.
Of course.
Have a great evening.
All right. And you kind of make your way back over.
Make my way back over.
The preparations continue. You've kind of learned a general sense of Rowan's mannerisms.
Okay.
I'll like check in and then I'll head back to the Lord's house.
I'll spend it. So I roll with the disguise kit. So like I'm wondering, am I able to swing advantage here? Like taking all of this prep time, working
Yes,
closely with.
The prep time would be advantage, yes.
Okay, and then does Lord Alder have a trinket he'd be willing to part with that I could pose as my latest bringing back of something? If not, I can use my forgery kit, kind of make something up with some scraps. If he's got something, I can make probably something passable exception from something from Tyr.
He will offer you something here.
Nat 20.
Oh, you're trying to forge it?
No, this is for the disguise.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This guy, it is. It's
Yeah.
a nat 20.
Yeah.
Ooh, but it was a nat 1 and a nat 20.
What's your performance, I'm assuming? Or
No,
persuasion?
That'd be deception.
My disguise kit. So that is gonna.
Oh, disguise kit, yeah. So
because I'm
you
using the
proficiency-
disguise kit.
Yeah. And
So this is a +6, but if we're going off of my deception, it'd be +8 since I have expertise with deception.
it would just be +6 because it's
Yep.
just your disguise.
So
So
26.
Cool.
Let's go.
Your disguise, as far as you can tell, you are the spitting image of Rowan. You use a little makeup to like fix the jawline a little bit.
Right away, my lady. It shall be done.
All they're sort of like looking at you like, yes, you sound. You're the spinning image of him. Just the mannerisms are what they'll get you on. Just be careful. But I think this disguise will hold up quite well.
Is he formal, or is he more? Is he less or more formal with his body language? And
Oh,
such?
he is very much a knight.
Very much a knight.
Very proper.
Proud stature.
Yep. Like so, I go to a nice parade rest, and I go,
Yes.
and then with one, I kind of put one hand forward. Look, little brother, you need to lighten up. Lighten up. I'm not as bad as you think I am.
His face just gets sour. All right, that's quite enough of that.
See, and then I just go right back to my southern accent. See, the fact that I could provoke that reaction means that it's a good impression.
Right. Well, in any case, we should get down to the concert.
But of course.
And at this point, you've kind of entered, Melody. You're just going through the front doors, I take it?
Yes, I'm just walking in through the front doors.
Okay.
You can see the lady Valcine sort of like looks up at you.
My lady,
Oh,
are you coming to my concert tonight?
oh yes, absolutely.
Wonderful.
She kind of like pushes something off onto her lap off this table. Just kind of like discreetly kind of.
What's that?
It's nothing.
Are you bringing it to my concert?
Yes. But it's nothing, so we should be the most discreet.
Oh.
In any case, did you have business here with my husband?
I came to say hello and check in, yes. If I'm needing a place to stay, is it alright if I stay here again?
Please.
Ooh.
With that,
I'll give her a wink as I walk out.
she kind of fans herself a little bit. With that, you make your way up to where Roran and Alder are standing there with Salvador.
I give a slight bow. My lady?
Everyone keeps calling me a lady.
Well, but is the proper way to address a woman is to say my lady.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was you, Rue.
Who's this Rue fellow that you're talking about?
Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was just here to have a conversation with my brother on my way back
Did I
to
see a
back
portrait
to
in the
mansion.
house of Roran?
Yeah.
It should.
And I would
was
assume
just-
I rolled a 6 on insight, or investigation is still a 7.
Yeah. So it's pretty.
You're back?
Yes, I just got in on the latest ship.
You're
The Wind's Dance.
well. We're doing a concert outside your house.
Really?
I would love if you could be the guest of honor.
Well, I don't know, brother. I don't think it would be proper now, would it? A knight being seen at a concert.
Oh, they're sort of like looking back and forth, just confused now.
What? Wait, don't you hate your brother? Why is he here?
I'm confused as to what your plan is here. I'm going to be at the concert, this festival that you're putting on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you 2-3 figure this out. You can backs at the door and.
By the way, the military posture melts away, and the easy side.
It is you. That is one heck of a disguise.
Oh, I told you. I can make myself look and act like
So-
just about anybody.
That is just wow. Here's the thing. I may have taken a little visit to
Perfect.
the house, and I will give them. I'm assuming you were listening.
Oh, I wrote them
I will
all
tell them-
down.
I will tell
wrote
him
them
everything
all
that
down.
happened.
Okay, so just to review, we've got Malaeus, one of the guards, who was hired after I left. Captain Fallon, who knows me and who's apparently an uptight jerkwad. Inlar, another one of the guards.
I should have asked if you
Guards.
named the girl in the letters.
Furbolg, newer guard. And Ray Kier, another guard by the gate. Also, apparently, there was a butler. You didn't catch his name by any chance, did you?
I think one of your names that you gave was the.
Was the butler Ray Kier?
No,
Or
before that.
Inlar? Inlar?
Noir for bold
Nalar.
break here.
Noir? Is that the butler?
Yes.
Noir?
Oh, that was one of the guards.
I thought that was one of the
downstairs.
guards
I didn't give the
downstairs.
butler's name.
Oh, never mind. Then yeah, Nalar is the other, another one of the guards
I
downstairs.
forgot to give the butler's
Yeah,
name.
okay. Well, okay, so we don't know the name, but he kept, Lord Aldar kept referring to him as he always would say the sentence, "Right away, my lady." So apparently he just referred to her as my lady, so I might be able to get away with referring to her as my lady.
Who?
Never mind. You mentioned there was the woman.
Oh, yes.
And he kept giving me these phrases that would always include the word "my lady" to help me.
So she was some sort of nobility.
I think, if I'm guessing right, I'm guessing here, he was a knight. He said he was a very honor-bound knight. I would assume that he was her knight, like in service. I forget the fancy schmancy term for it.
Wonderful. Well, I should go rehearse,
Painter.
go practice.
Right, definitely. Anyways,
You feel free to come for... Sorry, the plan again. If he's a very honor-bound knight,
yes.
would he fraternize? I feel like even an honor-bound knight likes to carouse.
I don't know about carousal, but I think we could definitely get away with inviting an aspiring young performer to come and share
A nightcap.
a nightcap. Yes.
Lovely.
No impropriety.
Salvador's sort of like listening to this, taking it all in. Right. So the plan is you perform this event.
Mm-hmm.
You will be taking her into the vault.
Yes.
What should I do?
What
You
you and
can
the
be-
kobolds need to be ready to let loose.
I think we
all
should bring
hell.
him
Really?
as my roadie.
As your roadie, get him in there.
As my bodyguard.
A bodyguard.
A bodyguard. Actually, that sounds perfect. And then what we need is we need to make sure the kobold. Wait. What? Oh, Daniel, have fireworks become a thing across your world yet? Or fireworks?
They have.
Okay.
The town drunk is lighting fires behind us.
Oh, the town. Wait, the town.
Yeah, apparently.
Wait, Daniel. How long have I been in this town for? By the way, do I know?
Only like a day or two.
Yeah.
Like it's
Man, getting the town drunk. To...
Can I have the key?
Oh yes, of
Sorry,
course.
me. 'Cause
Yes, no, of course. There we go.
Town drunk. Okay, so town drunk. You know what? Let's get the kobolds to help the town drunk.
Dear.
Or do we want them associated with us, i.e. me, if they're part of like the backup plan? I feel like they should just fly under the radar.
Salvador sort of. How high profile do you want 3 kobolds to be in an event like this? They could raise eyebrows or cause fear.
I want them to
True.
stay in the shadows.
I agree. Having something like that present, especially at a small town like this, your presence here has already shifted things. But
I'm hard to miss. Satyr in a town of elves.
Yeah.
fair.
Satyr in a land of elves.
Oh man, I really hope this impersonation plan works. Otherwise, we're gonna have to.
Have
knock
you
some
played?
people
Have you
out.
played with Auroran?
I remember Roran was constantly running after Lyra, going, "My lady, my lady." Yes, my lady, it shall be done right away, my lady. Of course, my lady, it shall be done for you. But of course, right away, as
So-
soon as possible.
So we will fast
I will
forward
protect you with my life.
to the evening. The stars are out. And for you, I don't believe formality. It's been 33 years since the night sky changed.
Okay.
Since the stars rearranged themselves. Since
Oh.
they became more numerous. Star charts were made obsolete. Navigation became impossible for at least a few months as people tried to figure out all these new constellations, the meaning of the heavens. But now, given time, the night sky is familiar to you. It's clear out tonight. The air is crisp. Some small fires have been set and a stage is built.
By the way, what is the artifact that I'm bringing back, supposedly?
That you were given.
Yes.
It is a ruby teardrop.
Oh, okay.
Alder has made certain that you know that it is just a piece of glass. It has no gold
Of
value.
course.
But you can say it's the blood of a ice demon or something. It froze and it made that shape. I don't know.
When you're going to deposit the ruby in the vault, make sure you tell the very hard-ass captain to leave, so we can open it.
Oh, I'm also gonna have like the horn tucked away on me, the fake horn.
With this, Melody, you approach your stage. It is...
Before I get on the stage, I'm going to cast Enhance Ability.
Okay, with what?
Let me just get rid of the spell slot.
Caitlin, question.
Yeah.
Do you want me to sneak you in there with me, or should I just go in alone? And while all the servants are distracted, I'm like, oh, I don't want to disturb the servants. Don't force them to come back. They can come and help me.
To get into the vault?
Yeah, like, do you want to be there for that, or should I just
if-
go
I
in there
think-
by myself?
Go in there by yourself, and if he won't, and like give him the night off.
Yeah.
Like, you've served faithfully for like 40 years, whatever. Give him the night off to enjoy the festivities. You can,
The
take
only
care of yourself.
I'm really concerned is I don't know the thing to get into the vault. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
But
How to get past.
if I see him leave, I can come down and cast
Okay,
knock
yeah.
if you're able. Are
Okay.
you able to make things quiet?
Yeah, I can make some. Yeah.
I can cast knock. I'm going to cast. Where's my charisma? Eagle's Splendor.
Yeah.
And I gain advantage on charisma checks.
All right. You cast the spell upon yourself. It's a little
Right before I go. Right before
you
I
feel
go on stage.
yes, confidence fills you. The stage is little more than like some like logs that have been set up with like a flat platform over top of them.
Very good.
You
Oh, very nice.
put yourself up. There's like 20, 30 people here. Kind of yeah, Melody.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, I love you, random person.
One of the guys like pulls off his shirt. He's got Melody like
Oh.
spelled out like Melody. I love your antlers.
Oh, these I grew them myself.
She did.
I'll start playing. My higher roll was a 16, so that's a 25
25.
on performance.
Yes. Please describe your music.
There's kind of a couple styles Melody does. This will be with the lute, not the lyre.
Yes.
So it's gonna be more of like a maybe like Taylor Swift, like old school Taylor Swift,
okay.
you know?
Okay. Her country phase or during her switch to pop phase?
More country, but like very soft pop country, but like still like poppy, you know, like pop, like banging.
Okay.
And yeah, she'll come out and she'll got her lute, singing away, performing. Are the fires starting behind me?
Yeah, you can hear some like crackling, like, oh yeah, sorry, drop that.
Oh, I love it.
Check this. I got this powder you put it in the fire, makes it green. A little bit of a green.
I love it.
I burned my hand.
Yeah, and I'll play like some upbeat songs, and then some like pull out the lyre and do some like slower, like melodic, like songs.
More siren songy.
Yeah, more siren songy. I don't know how long the concert's gonna go for, but
You get through like a couple songs.
yeah.
And you can start to see people like looking in the windows of this building.
Do I see Melis?
Yes. He very quickly makes his way to the front of the crowd.
Oh, he's outside the building.
Yes.
Cool.
Perfect.
Are
Most
there
of the
anyone
guards are.
else?
Oh yeah, you can see three guards. One up front. You know, he signed his thing. He's up front. Yeah. And you can see the other, presumably the other two from the front entrance and from somewhere else, who have made their way up to check. And all the servants seem to have come out, or at least most of them. As this is happening, what are you doing?
I'm actually, you know how when you're coming home late at night, you kind of you open up the front door quietly and just gently close it. Like I'm coming up to the house, walking through the front gates, just the military precision, but also like kind of there's a little relaxed air to me as I'm like, I'm home. I'm going to, and I just open the front door nice and quietly, trying not to disturb anybody.
As you open it and close it, you hear an angry slam come from the kitchen.
Hello.
Hello? And the butler kind of like peeks around the corner, and you see his face just go pale, and he's got this like bottle of like wine in his hand. He's got, oh, and he ducks back.
Comes back all prim and proper.
And he said, you just hear this like scuffling. It's like, just kind of coming from the kitchen.
Yep, I just smiling. I walk over. I walk over to the kitchen.
Yeah. He's like frantically trying to like tuck his shirt in and like, Roran, sir.
It's quite all right. I was not expected. I didn't give you any warning that I was coming. I appreciate you trying to adjust the uniform so that you look prim and proper.
Yes, it's been like
I
34
understand.
years.
And if the commander is not at his garrison, it is the commander's fault that the garrison has fallen out of position.
Oh, I'm...
Position. It is not on you. It is my fault for being gone for so long.
I see. Yes. Please, I can prepare you dinner or
So
fix you something.
how's this sound? Why don't you prepare me a nice, simple meal?
Of course.
Okay? And then have the night off as a thank you for being a loyal servant all these years.
I thank you. I shall leave it in your room for you.
That I would appreciate to no end. Now, apparently, what's going on outside? It seems like the townsfolk were having a good bout of fun.
Yes, the Lady Melody, she's become more popular in recent years, so I'm not sure if she's probably after your time here. I understand she's a bard of some renown. She's performing here in the town. This is her second night here. Quite an interesting creature. She was here earlier.
I hope she was polite to all of you.
Oh, of course, yes, and we returned the courtesy.
Excellent.
Yes. In any case, was there anything else I could help you with, or any bags or things?
No. Just that, like, I have a rucksack. Like, I can handle this myself.
Of course.
Oh.
Your meal will be prepared within the hour. I swear it.
Of course. Also, where's Captain Fallon? I need to talk to him before I also release him for the evening.
Oh, he just left.
Oh, did some of the men sneak out to go enjoy the show?
Something like that. And we're really quickly gonna jump over to Melody as you just hear, hey, like mid-song, like as you're like doing your little song, like a hand's going up. There's this short, like bald elf, kind of like some scars on his face. He's got like an axe over his back. Says, no, that's enough. You're done.
Can I help you?
Yeah, no, shut it down. And he's like looking at like me. He's like, shut it down. And kind of like turns and he's just like, you're done.
On what grounds?
This is Lord Roran's property that you're staining with your presence. And frankly, I think we're done with this. You're lighting fires in the fields.
Well, I have permission from Lord Alder to be here.
This is not Lord Alder's land.
This is all under Lord Alder's care.
Sort of, that sounds like treason against Sir Roran.
I've never met this Sir Roran. I would be happy to discuss with him.
Well, he's not here and hasn't been here in...
Captain Fallon.
Sort of like furrowed brow kind of like scans at you and kind of, excuse me?
I pull back the traveler hood.
Yes, he kind of like straightens a little bit. He's uncertain.
I step forward and I inspect the stance as my master did with me multiple times when he had me stand at parade rest.
Yes.
Excellent form as always, Captain Fallon. Alan. Now, what seems to be the problem here? I came home. I caught a boat in last night. Got a boat in tonight. What's going on?
This woman has been throwing up these festivities.
Why didn't you shut us down while we were building them, sir?
I was guarding far more valuable things than this field. But it seems my sights were misaligned and that I should have been keeping an eye on this. Fear not, Sir Roran. I will see that the men are disciplined for allowing this to slip by, and at your command, we can jail this harlot.
You can see I'm clearly like thinking it over, mulling it over as I'm inspecting the crowd. Like I'm eyeing the crowd. Has it gotten like super rowdy, or has it been like kind of respectful rowdy? Like you know like rowdy damaging versus rowdy having fun.
It's rowdy having fun, and it's been more quiet now, I think.
You can see I'm appraising this very carefully. Well, I don't like the fact this was done without my permission. At the same time, I see that... have you been...
I'll give a low bow. My lord.
And you are...
I am Melody. I assume you're Roarin. You have lovely grounds. I just wanted to bring some joy to this town through music, and this was the most beautiful spot to do it.
It is the responsibility of the nobility to take care of the common folk.
I heard no one had been here for a while. I didn't think we would be disturbing anyone by performing
Still, you
here.
should have asked Captain Fallon here for permission.
Well, I spoke with some of the people in the house, and they didn't seem to have a problem with it.
You gained entry to the house?
Oh, I just had to use the bathroom.
He glares at the other guards.
Captain Fallon, you can't turn away a poor person looking for the loo.
My lord, I didn't feel that it was right.
And that is why I have hired you, Captain Fallon, for your incredible work and your incredible service to my interests and to my estates.
At this point, can I kind of
Hold up.
on the stage?
Hold up. He's going to look at you. Sort of pauses. My lord, you hired me because I owed your father a life debt.
It is but one of the many reasons that you are of incredible service to me.
Make a deception check.
Okay. 18.
Nice.
Studies you for that moment.
I keep a very not mean but firm eye contact with him.
As they're doing subtraction on stage, everyone please enjoy the grounds. Will be but a moment of intermission, and I'll make my way off the stage over to where this interaction is happening.
Our sense of pacing is so good. Yeah.
And you're gonna go join them on the ground level? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fallon's sort of... Right. I apologize. I would be more than happy to leave this in your hands, Sir Roran.
No.
Unless you have other need of me.
No, you know what? Captain Fallon.
Let me know when I arrive at where they are, because I'm assuming they're kind of at the back, or...
He went right up to you, so you can
okay.
you can hop down.
Cool. I'll drop down, be like, my lord, and I'll give a curt, sir. If I may, I heard you've been gone quite some time. You must have so many stories of these years of travels.
I apologize. I appreciate your enthusiasm. Lady or Miss Melody?
Oh, miss, just Melody is fine.
Miss Melody.
Just Melody.
I'm sorry, but I must use the proper honorific. Miss Melody.
Lady?
Now turning to Captain, let's see.
Fallon.
Captain Fallon. I do believe, Miss Melody.
I meant no harm.
I understand that. Which is why I shall allow this to continue. But first, you owe my good captain here an apology for doing this without his permission, on grounds under his supervision.
You grace me with this decision, sir. Turns. Melody.
Guard.
Milo says you owe an apology.
Please
I'm
use
sorry.
Please use his proper title. You can refer to him as Captain Fallon, and with the due respect he deserves, just as Captain Fallon, you should give a performer of such renown the respect that she deserves.
I'm gonna do a performance to ham this up, if you will. That's a 17, so 26.
Okay.
Oh, Captain Fallon, I do sincerely apologize for using these grounds without your permission. My apologies.
I accept your apology.
Okay. So, is this all settled between you two now?
I had no qualm.
My qualm is settled if it pleases you.
Excellent. However, at the same time, Fallon, what time is it? I'm sorry, I lost track of time while I was on the voyage over.
Time? I have no timekeeper here. It's
Well,
many hours from midnight still. The night is young.
Bodyguard!
not just young. Okay. Well,
Slinking out around the corner is a wood elf.
nice.
Bears a resemblance to Savadar, but you can tell that he's used magic to
Cool.
obscure himself.
Do you know the time?
I'm not exactly sure. I don't have like an hourglass on me or
Well,
anything.
then, let's keep this simple. By the way, Daniel, I know this is a fishing village, I'm assuming, so we have fishermen. And we're in winter. Do they still fish during the winter, or do they not do fishing?
They would do fishing.
They're still doing fishing. Look, it's a working town. There's sailors who have to get up early at bright dawn tomorrow. So why don't we have this wrapped up? How close is the sun to setting? Like, is it?
It is. There are stars out now.
There's stars out. Sunset kind of.
It's winter, so they probably set earlier.
That's all right. Let's.
3 more songs, if I may finish my set, if it pleases you, sir.
I thank you for your decorum, Miss Melody, and yes, you may finish your set, but afterwards, please send everybody home. I think it would put Captain Fallon's mind at ease, and I would hate to cause my captain any undue stress.
Thank you, my lord.
It is no trouble, Captain. Now, if you like, you can finish up your set at the same time. I hear you were something about my brother's permission.
Oh, he said I could have a concert.
Well then, you and my brother can make sure that this whole thing, I gesture to the bonfires, to the stage, is all nicely cleaned up, and this field looks and is up to Captain Fallon's excellent standards.
Gives you a smirk. I have the best standards. They are impeccable.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I look at Fallon, like, not a look of a mean look, just a look of, I expect more of you, Captain. Than the
so
pettiness.
easy to get under a captain's skin.
It's the look of not a mean. It's just kind of, I'm disappointed because I know you are of higher caliber. I expect you to be above pettiness.
Yes.
Give him like a smug little.
That translates.
The
My head is back to you. You can't see my face.
Okay.
As sort of nods, and Captain, will you be retiring now too?
I shall be retiring back to the.
If I may, please
Yes.
tell me if I'm overstepping my bounds. I would love for you to hear my music. I would love to play for you. Just one song.
I will stay for one song. It's been a long voyage, and it's been quite some time since I've been back in my own home.
If I don't charm you, I will leave after one song.
All right, Captain Fallon, if you wouldn't
Captain,
mind.
you mustn't let her charm you with a song. That is the most dangerous thing a satyr can do.
Fallon,
Excuse me.
Fallon, it is but good manners. And besides, it's with all of my adventures with my lady, I am sure that I shall be able to resist the charms of but a satyr.
By your wisdom, he gives a nod. I will see to it that your house is in order for your return.
I would appreciate it, Captain.
He's going to turn on his heel and start walking away.
As he turns and walks away, I will, under my breath, cast message. I don't know how you're going to get me into that house, but you better act pretty darn charmed after this song. Stay for the next few.
You're going to perform the next song?
Yeah, I will do a slow, melodic love ballad.
Make a perception check.
Perception?
Yep.
8. 7.
Lady Balsian is in the audience.
Lovely.
And locked on.
I will.
Like
Closed eyes.
closed eyes a little bit, but she's she opens.
I'll start on her
Mhm.
as I'm starting to sing and say, "This is for my lovely friends that I've met here." And I'll like look at her, scroll like the guards, and then lock eyes with Roran. And then go back and start singing to the lady. And then about little ways into the song, focused on Roran. Can I see, did the captain go back into the house?
Yes.
From the stage, he went back into the house?
Yeah.
Cool.
You nail this song.
Beautiful.
I assume just passively.
Passively, it's a
okay.
19.
Yeah. So you...
That's a 28.
Sure. You crank this song out. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of charm that's being directed at you. I'm not sure how you'd react.
Roran will react as someone of his stature should. Should, with a slight nod of appreciation to the gesture, but still maintaining formality and decorum. And he shall end up staying for the final 3 songs, not just one song.
I see. As your performance wraps up and all these...
By the way, are the guards that came out to watch it still here?
Yes.
I stand with my guards, actually.
Of course.
If they look at me like shocked or surprised, I just kind of give them the nod of, men, it's night off, enjoy.
Everyone's applauding at the end of your final performance. Some cheers, some things go up.
Thank you.
So you're, out of my way. And Lady Balsian sort of walks up to you.
Hello.
Hello. You honor us with your presence in this town.
Oh, of course.
She holds out her hand with a little letter in it.
Oh. I'll like grab her hand and...
She doesn't want you to let go. She kind of keeps it on. gives you the letter. I hope to see you very soon.
I'm sure you will. And I'll tuck the letter in my... Well, I don't really have anywhere to tuck it. It's loose, flowy, clothes. I'll tuck it in my waistband, I guess.
Sure. Daniel, as I see my sister-in-law, I shall give a slight bow to her.
Roran, I've not seen you in many years. I hope you're doing well.
I am doing just fine. I thank you for your inquiry. I hope that your health is just as well.
Gives a faint nod. Yes. She will discreetly cast a message and just whisper, "You're doing a very good job."
Oh, nice.
I give it just a small nod of just thank you.
Yeah, and she will depart.
And I'll make it. Everyone, thank you so much for coming out. Oh, I love you. I may perform again, so please. Yeah. please. It's time to depart. If you brought any garbage, please clean it up. Friends of the earth are friends of mine. So please clean it up, and I will be around town tomorrow more than likely, so we shall see you.
As she's dismissing
And then
everyone.
once I see everyone's kind of starting to leave, I'll go behind the stage, so people will filter out and leave me.
While she does that, I'm going to talk with my guards, checking in, making sure how are they doing, how have they been, how are their families doing, so on and so forth.
Yes.
The polite... Yeah.
Generally speaking, they're all doing well. Most of these, some of them are people who don't know you, right? So for them, it's it's an honor to meet you, Roran. I'm so and so. This is where I live.
I kind of once in a while when I if I'm talking to a servant, I'm a little more loose. When I'm talking with one of the guards, I actually have. If I talk with a guard, I'll have him go into a quick I'll get parade rest and then check his form and
yes.
Do an appraising nod to see how Captain Fallon has been training the men in my absence.
Yes. Despite they've definitely grown. You can sense that they've grown lax over the years, but when they snap to attention, the form is there. They've been trained to hold these positions and to recount that you can. You, Rue, can tell that there is definitely some noble training going on here. either Roran instilled it in them, or Roran gave it to Fallon to give to these guards.
Yeah.
There is something that has embers of the Imperium here.
Okay.
Some of their forms.
The proper crisp.
Yes, the way their hand falls to their sword, there are some certain things you can kind of catch onto where it's like, I've seen this in...
All right. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. He addresses the guards. All right, men. So, I'd like to be able to give all of you the evening off in celebration of the fact that I have returned and you have been so loyal, but I am going to need one, maybe two volunteers for the night shift tonight. I would like to give Captain Fallon the night off, and we all know that he won't take a night off unless I force him to.
There's a slight laugh to that.
Yeah. Of the ones there, what's it? Malice and was the other one Naller?
Malice and Rakier.
Rakier. Yeah, they will be the two that kind of volunteer. Like we can do that.
Ah, perfect. Now, then, right. Shall we head back? I shall see the rest of you later.
Yes. The three of you, so you and your two guards, start making your way back. Melody, you notice that Savadar has been collecting money from some of the commoners.
Nice.
Kind of putting the hat out, kind of like, hey, you came to the concert, like, yeah. He's got a little. It's this weird bag that he's filling up. It's got almost like a shine to it in the firelight, like it's wet. Like it's made of kelp or something, but it's kind of like this weird sealing bag that he pulled open. And they're just kind of putting some coins in. Doesn't look like a lot, like a handful of silver or copper. But eventually he kind of like closes it up.
I'll like message. Some of that better be for me.
Maybe. We shall see how this night goes. And he will kind of make his way over and kind of stand next to you, arms folded.
And once people have started to like leave, I'll come around and find the Lord.
Yeah.
My Lord, I hope you enjoyed the concert. You stayed for the rest of it.
Well, my guards seem to be very appreciative, and any good commander or noble should know to appreciate what his men appreciate, so that he might understand them to the best of his ability and lead them in a manner befitting them.
Well spoken, sir. About your travels. I hear you've been gone a great many years.
Look, I have some things to attend to this evening, and I need to... Look, you insist upon hearing these stories and tales. Look,
I love the idea that this whole play gets shut down because Johnny's like, no, Roran is not getting seduced here.
He's like,
Roran is so good at getting seduced!
Alright.
Seduced by a girl who hated him. Not hated him, but...
Alright then.
Took advantage of him?
Look, how about this? You can regale these two fine gentlemen here. How do I say them again? Malleus and... Is it Malleus?
Malice and Rakier.
Malice and Rakier. You can regale them with some stories if you're insisting upon some conversation. I have some business to attend to. I may join the three of you in the kitchen once I am finished. All right? But you may enter the kitchen, but you may go no further. Otherwise, poor Captain Fallon, that man is not just... He's not going to be happy.
Cool.
Rakier and Malice will head with you and Savadar into the kitchen.
Arm in arm with the three of them, arms under their arms.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we?
I follow behind them with my rucksack just nicely pulled over my left shoulder.
Malice sort of like, oh, it's so wonderful. You are amazing.
Oh, stop.
And Rakier sort of like, oh, like, yeah, it's awesome. You know, my name when I said it wasn't important, it's actually like a dragon's name.
Wow.
I was like named after a dragon. It's not a big deal, but like
Rakier?
Yeah. You know, it's a Rakier. Like when the dragons have descendants, it would be like Raynon or
So are you descended from a dragon?
No, I'm just like an elf, but like my ancestors, maybe you never know.
You never know. Dragons can come up anywhere.
Yeah, right.
Maybe
Like
they can even look like mortals, humans.
I don't know about that, but like maybe like one of my ancestors was like super charming and like was like hanging out with the dragon. Not as charming as you, but like
By the way, as we arrive at the house, I say to the 2 guards, "Now remember, men, no drinking. You 2 are on tonight. All right?
We are safe to entertain the lady while she's here in the kitchen?
Of course. Of course. In the meantime, I must go discuss some business with Captain Fallon.
Of course.
Now, also, the butler, I've given him the night off for his loyal service, and honestly, the poor man looked like he could use a nap when I got in.
Oh, of course. He's gone then.
Yes, he is gone for the night. Please treat his kitchen with respect."
Oh, yeah, of course.
So
I kind of look at him like, just kind of the...
do you guys live here?
Good.
We have quarters in the basement, sort of next to where the vault is kept. But in any case, we promise to take good care of the lady and to sort of respect the kitchen and quarters.
Treat her with respect, man.
Of course.
Excellent.
You have the part?
Yeah. What do you mean what part do you mean?
Are you heading away?
Yes, I'm heading. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I heard part, not depart.
No worries. As you head out, they make sure the door is closed, and then they'll immediately go, like they've rehearsed this, to where the butler would have stashed the wine bottle he was carrying. Just pop it out. Drinks?
Please.
Let's go. And then started pulling out these like little cups and
3 cups.
Yeah.
Didn't your master tell you not to drink?
He told us to respect the area at which we will be doing by respecting your thirst for wine.
Cheers.
Yes.
To me.
To you. Drink. As we're doing this, where are you going?
I'm heading down into the. I'm assuming down to the vault to meet with Captain Fallon.
You open the door, and there's just like, it's like suddenly you're in like this like almost subterranean passageway.
Oh.
It's lit, like there's these like little torches glowing, and it's furnished-ish, but like the stone walls are kind of rough. This is old.
As I'm walking down towards where the vault is, I just let out a just a long time of traveling to get back. So I'm like, as I'm walking towards it, do I see Captain Fallon at the vault?
You walk down this hallway. There are guard quarters, and you can hear some people rummaging around. People about to take the night off. But you round the corner. Into a sort of like barren stone and earth room, torch on each wall, and Captain Fallon is there with 2 other guards who just kind of "My lord, do you have business in the vault?"
Yeah, I do. I start rustling around in like the rucksack I have. Like, where did I put it? Here it is, and I pull out that bloody tear.
Yes, of course.
All right. Let's get her in. Open.
Yes. One moment, please. And Fallon kind of pulls out this little key.
Oh, yes.
Opens it up, and then one of the guards to his left, so on the rightmost side, is a like tall, like bulky furbolg. Kind of leans down and helps him like rotate this little like combination. It's these set of runes that he's kind of.
See, I told you we were going to get them to open the door.
His hand on it, and they kind of glow a little bit, and
oh,
they kind of shunk, and they open.
Yeah.
Yes. Leave me with my treasure.
As just a little.
Let's go.
Really talk it up, guys, because it's not a tiny little map.
No, it's beautiful.
As it slides open, you find yourself stepping into this room.
Me.
Perfect. There is like a large sort of bookshelf, several little boxes, a very large podium in the left corner, where you can see this like stone dragon fashioned to look like it's praying. Rain has beaten and weathered this thing, so its features are all smudged and muddled. Very old statue. It's hard to say how they got it in here, but it looks like it's been like chopped off from a larger piece and it's been like moved, like roaring like oneness somehow. There are several boxes all throughout. There's a large rug on the ground,
Don't
very fancy.
step on the rug.
I'm not stepping on the rug.
It's like purple with these like golden, like sickle moons kind of all around it.
Yep.
And yeah, it's this mountain of boxes in the middle.
Did you note how they opened it?
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Captain Fallon has the key. Turns the rotation. By the way, am I able to, as I'm walking by, memorize the final rune pattern set? That's
Make me a history check.
Oh.
Investigation.
Investigation. Shoot, why did I not have to take intelligence?
It's all good. This is in the heat of the moment.
19. No, 4. Oh,
13.
13 plus.
Okay.
13 plus nothing. No,
I heard 19 and then 4.
No, plus 1. Plus 1 because I have Jack of all trades, so 14.
Yes, 14.
Do you not have it selected on there?
I do have it selected.
Okay, cool. You 14.
Yep.
You can kind of make it. It's not a complicated lock.
Yeah.
The runes are made to glow, right? Like it's.
Yep.
Roran, the lord who lived here, did not have like access to a lot of magic when he left. So it's a lot of like very simple. Like you press this rune, this rune, this rune.
Okay, so top, side, bottom.
Yes, they are Sylvan runes, and you speak Sylvan.
Yeah.
So the rune spelling goes port, moon, goblet.
Port. So password is port, moon, goblet. Perfect.
Yes. And you watch as they have a little rotating device that clicks each one. That you press it and it glows.
Yeah.
Glows. But you're inside now.
By the way, did it look like it was a palm? It was something that read like that. Did he just push it in as in a push, or did it actually like read his like?
He very gingerly pushed it in, so you can't tell if magic was used to read his palm.
Okay.
But it was very like a soft push.
Okay, cool.
To activate.
Cool.
But you're in here now. The door's open behind you. It is an object interaction if you want to slide it shut. But I leave it up to you.
Oh man, yep. I kind of turn to just pull the door, like not fully shut, but just privacy, like
close it part. It's a sliding door, so you. If you could use a dice and just place yourself right there.
Yep. And I just as I'm, yep. There we are. And what was I thinking? I as I'm about to finish closing it, I actually push it just open again. Right. Captain, I forgot to mention. You have done me a great service by loyally guarding my home while I have been off. So, as thanks, I would actually like to offer you the evening off. 2 of your guards have volunteered to take the night shift for you.
My lord. Sir, it's been so many years. I've never even considered.
Fallon, have you not been taking your night off?
Roran, sir, my place is here at your help. I would, if something were to happen while I was away,
I gauge it for a moment and then the kind of comrade in arms, like just put my hand on his shoulder, like Fallon. And the sharpest blade is only good when it's given the proper maintenance. Give yourself a night off. Besides, the 2 young men. What was it? Daniel, how do you say it? Malus? Malus?
It was Malus.
Malus. Yeah. Malus and Rakir have offered to take the night shift for you. They actually, when I told them I wanted to give you the night off, they insisted upon taking the night shift for you.
We hard cut to woo!
Yes.
We get a second bottle, and they get another one off, and it's just like. Melody, you're like really cool though. Like it's
stop! This Roaring guy's is like kind of a hard ass.
Yeah, you get used to it. I think I've never.
Have you ever met him before?
Not really. Right here's like I've met him.
Have you ever been in the vault?
No, you want to go?
Well, yeah, but isn't your captain down there?
Yeah, we can't go. Our captain's down there. But he's supposed to be taking the night off.
Are you guys gonna take the night? You know what? You guys should go down there and you haven't drank that much, have you?
No.
Here, and I'll give them each I'll take the apple out that they gave me that I didn't eat, and I'll break it in half.
Yeah.
Caitlin can do that. I'm assuming that they can. Crack it in half and like, hey, eat this to get rid of the smell of wine.
Okay, yeah, I start eating it.
Yeah, just quickly like chow down.
That sounds
And
like it
then-
works. Yeah.
Attention,
You say what?
as you would in front of the captain.
Oh, yes.
Any sign of drunkenness?
I'll have them roll. Make an insight check.
19.
Rikir's like no sign. There's a little bit of sway in Malus.
I'll like whack him.
Okay, yeah. My
No
lady.
swaying.
Okay. Stands back up and like very, very certain of it. Does a little bit, he's pretty still.
Wonderful. I just don't want you to get in trouble. I really like you.
Oh, I will cherish this moment always. As it
I'll
keeps
like
going
rub
all the
his
rest.
cheek so it like stops being red.
Perfect.
So, you go relieve him. I will wait here. And I'll like pour myself another glass of wine and just sit and spill it. Oh, and tell Roran I'm waiting upstairs to hear his stories to let me know. Just tell him to let me know.
Oh, won't Rowan have an issue if we show you
No, you're not gonna show me the vault. He's gonna show me.
that? Oh. They kind of like both look kind of sad. Oh, okay, I guess.
Or he will have you can after. Either way, I just want to chat with Roran. I feel like he has so many stories. Tell him to let me know when he's ready.
Okay. They kind of like start heading out. You can just faintly hear like mumbling. Oh, well, I tried. He's like, yeah, man, like you like shot your shot, but like Roran's he's just been around longer. He's got more better stories. Like this is what I say. Like we hang out here, outside a door all day, and of course none of the ladies want to talk to you about stand outside a door where you saw. I saw a bear that one time.
Yeah.
There's a little
So,
bear.
as they're mumbling this and I'm having the conversation with Captain Fallon, is he looking like, okay, I can...
Yes. He's like, I thank you. We'll leave the door open for
Yep.
you.
I'd appreciate that.
Yes.
No. I'm thinking to myself, yeah. No, okay, perfect. Well, you three enjoy your night off. Go have a drink. Actually, let down your hair for once. Have a good night, okay?
He is bald, but he takes it.
I give him the...
He's like, oh, Roran, that sense of humor.
Look, anyways.
And with that, he will nod and turn and start heading out.
Alright.
As that happens, a moment goes by and you can see these two other guards are poking in, right here, and Malus. Sort of, my lord Sir Roran?
Yes.
Well, we were just sent to, like, check on the vault and make sure that was okay. Are you alright in here?
I'm fine, soldier. Thank you.
Are you gonna, like, be in here for a while?
I'll probably be in here for a little bit. Is our guest, is she...
Yeah, she's doing good. She like maybe wanted to see the vault, and like we didn't want to like send her in if you were here, and like I know it's like personal stuff.
You can see he's pinching like the bridge of his nose, like
They've never met you. Just let me in.
okay. Well, you know what? She's never. I just look up at them like a resigned man. She's not gonna stop pestering, is she?
I mean, she's like I wouldn't like she's not like bad or anything. Like I don't know. You trust her, Malus? Malus like I trust her like with my life. Like if it came down to it.
Okay, I nod to them and I'm like, has Captain Fallon actually left to enjoy his night off?
Yes, we passed him on the way.
Did he leave or he's in the guard quarters?
Because no guards quarters are in the basement.
Yeah.
So he's left. He's
Yeah.
gone up the stairs. He's
Yes.
left.
Yeah, he's in town, I think.
Excellent. Perfect. Then, all right. For crying out loud, send her down. Send her down. I'll just send her down. I swear, satyrs.
Wow. You're heading up. Man, Roran's kind of like...
One's dick.
he's kind of prejudiced. No. They start heading up, and eventually you hear like the door open and say like, hey Melody, like, I guess like Roran wanted to like hang out with you down on the...
I will immediately drop my glass and
Just
walk.
kinda
No,
thing,
like
or-
on
okay.
the like put
Yeah,
it
yeah.
down on the put it down and like very purposefully like
Past them.
go to where I know the stairs are to the
Yes.
vault.
Say, oh, okay. It's good seeing you.
You too. Can you maybe you should? Is it just one up here or both?
There's both.
You guys should maybe stay up here and like clean this up so he doesn't know you were drinking.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'll like as I pass, I'll like knock the glasses over.
Oh okay.
Like knock the table so that the
yeah.
glasses fall over like everywhere and like hard enough that like little stumble
Yeah.
that the wine bottle falls off
Okay.
the table, make like a
Spills.
huge mess. I'm so sorry. You might want to clean that up before he comes back.
Oh, Melly, it's totally cool. Like we know that you're so graceful.
Oh, I'm
normally,
so
and,
sorry. I just had a little bit of wine.
No, it's fine. I didn't say anything.
Okay. I'll be back. I want to get to know you guys. Like just stay here. I'll come back and say hi after. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. You can like say how whatever you want, cause like Rowan's not here like 4 decades out of 5, and like
Oh, cool. I'll be back. Just wait here, okay?
yeah, for sure.
And I'll go down the stairs.
Kind of
Yeah.
down, passing by the empty guard quarters now.
They're empty?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm just standing in front of the open vault door at parade rest.
You really made that hard, didn't you?
They bought it hook, line. They bought it hook.
I honestly didn't think if I would make it down here to help.
Hey,
At least you got the door open.
yeah, it was a good thing too. There's a key and a combination lock. It's impressive, actually.
Oh, I want to run back up and like close that door.
The door to this room here.
Like
you close it.
the top of the stairs.
Oh yeah.
Close that door.
Bottom of the
I want
stairs,
to close all the doors on the way here.
Sure. There's 2 doors, and then this would be the third.
All right.
And if you could place yourself on the map.
And I would also like to place. I'm gonna place my loot up against the stairs, at the door at the top of the stairs, so
It would
that
be
like
bottom of the stairs because they go down to the door.
either way. Oh, there's none at the tops of the stairs.
There are stairs down to the basement and then
Yeah.
a door.
Okay, but the top of the stairs doesn't have a door to the okay.
Because you can see down.
Okay,
the stairs.
cool. So I'm gonna put my loot up against like the back of the door, so like when it opens, we hear the like bang of it like falling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put it there.
Still with the roaring voice, but more of the kind of relaxedness.
Slipping out, yeah.
It's like, look, I apologize. I almost blew it with him earlier
That's
when I
okay.
mentioned. Anyways,
If anything happens,
yeah.
you let me string a story and you help me. Your travels, you had some fun letting loose. If someone comes down here, I apologize for what I will do.
You can see kind of Rue is like, and you can see Rue is, there's this moment of, he's like, there's like kind of a shitty grin on his face. He's like, oh, I will be the luckiest man, but the poor man's reputation is not going to survive you, is it?
Few do.
Alright, okay, just quick. And so I give you the golden horn.
Sorry, I'm gonna
so
grab
you
a
can do a
different-
replacement.
Do we? Okay, can I like take a look around, take stock of?
So
I'm assuming it's been
watch out,
past an hour.
Hey,
Past an hour since when?
Since the concert.
Yeah, we're getting up on an hour.
Daniel,
So is it still an hour? Within the
You
hour.
were still within the hour.
Okay.
Daniel, I will point at the.
I'm assuming
rug.
I'll just go right
And I have
here.
to say, sure, by the way, watch out for the rug. I knew some people in my childhood. They used some interesting rugs to stop intruders. Just
Cool.
don't step on the rug.
Can I like take a look around?
Sure.
Can I kind of arcana or in?
I will do a quick cast of detect magic.
Oh, you're so smart. You are so smart. I don't have it.
I'm a thief. I have to be prepared.
You are not ritual casting this, correct?
No, I'm not ritual casting. I'm burning spell slot.
Okay. You.
Oh yes.
Oh gee. Okay.
Johnny.
Um,
This whole room is glowing.
This little like set of pings.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Find the horn. I'll get our compensation.
I feel like the horns.
There
behind the
are-
rug.
You can see through thin wood. I know that.
Yes, I
Like
can
a foot
see
of
through
wood.
thin wood, about 3 feet of stone, and a thin slice of metal, but I can't see through lead.
I think in this room you can hit everything.
Okay, perfect.
So you get.
I also get the school of magic.
Yes. There are no schools of magic involved because these are magic items.
Oh, cool.
but you get 6 pings.
Oh.
6 pings.
Caitlin, how greedy are we? Okay, what do we got? Like to hear the 6 pings. What are they pinging for us? Shoot. Got.
I will put them on the map. Yeah, we'll give this a
Okay, we can't. The problem is we can't take too much. We can't be too big.
As we're pinging, I want to go look at the rug. Go like boop boop boop. And I want to.
I'll go check the pings.
You said what's the deal with the carpet?
Just to be
Can I see it from
be
here,
careful
like
of the
over the
crossfit
stacks?
thing. Yes.
I want to shoot with my crossbow.
Okay, you pull out a crossbow.
Yeah.
Single shot him. And it's just gonna into it.
Just into it.
Yeah.
Cool. And I want to do it kind of.
Sorry. And the rug starts to glow as well.
Oh,
We'll clarify this.
wait. Don't.
The rug glows, as does the statue.
I'm like, before she shoots the rug, I'm like, the rug is there school of magic coming off of the...
Ooh.
Because if it's a rug of smothering, I think it's like it's evocation or enchantment.
This aura is one of evocation. And there is an aura of, I believe, transmutation over the statue.
Okay.
Transmutation. That's change.
Yeah, that's change. That's like change. That's alchemy. That's, lead to gold. I say, hey, watch
What
out.
kind of floor is this?
Uh-huh.
Well, like, is it a stone
It's a
floor?
stone floor.
I say, okay, watch out, statue. That lovely gent was once something else before it was turned into that. So transmutation magic is on that sucker. And that lovely rug on the floor, it's got evocation mixed with down. Did you say enchantment? Evocation.
Just evocation on there.
Just
5,
an
10,
evocation
15,
on the rug. So I
25, 30. Can I go here?
Sure.
And I want to look at what's 6.
You don't know where the ping for 6 is.
Oh.
So I
Sorry.
point out the pings, by the way. I'm like, okay, something there, something there, something there, and I've got these 3 in this corner.
You can open up this little box. Most of these, like, there's boxes everywhere. But in this one here, there is this, like, simple, like, wooden staff.
Oh.
It is decorated with these carvings of these, like, little, like, chickadees and eagles. There's, like, a pelican, all these different birds, like, flying up it in, like, a spiral.
Wooden staff with carvings of birds.
Okay. So
I will grab it.
Okay.
So, by the way, Melody, how much are we taking? Like, we gotta be careful. We can't take... You want to take everything, don't you?
Oh, darling, I'm taking all of it. Do you see the Warhammer Warhorn anywhere? Is it all, everything's in crates, or are there any shelves or anything?
It's all in crates, except there is a bookshelf here, and this section here is a wardrobe that opens that way.
Okay.
Johnny,
Is that the one in the corner there?
Is it in the wardrobe
Oh.
then? Is the one in the wardrobe or in the corner?
it's in the wardrobe.
Okay, I checked 2 and 3.
2 and 3. You find a pair of these, like tinted goggles.
Oh.
They've got these, like, little, like, slits in them. Little angry eyebrows. And also this, like, little, like, gelatinous blob. It's kind of like a deep purple color.
Oh.
It's slightly transparent.
Gelatinous
You
blob.
touch it, it's kind of like soft to the touch.
Yep.
Where did you say this other stuff was?
I'm like, hey, actually, you know what? I just thought of something. Is it, by the way, Daniel? Is it there light in here, or is it kind of dark in here?
It is, like, pretty much pitch dark.
I'm
The
gonna
only light
take the
comes to
goggles.
door.
I'm betting on a guess here. I'm like, hey, put these on.
It is pitch black. Like, you can't see anything through these goggles.
Okay.
They make me blind.
Interesting.
It was over here, you said? Yoop.
Yep.
And I'll look in a
Angry
box, I
eye-
assume?
I will just
Yep.
angry eyebrow goggles.
You crank open a thing for number 4 there.
Yeah. I'll, like, put
There
an arrow
is-
and, like...
There is a single crossbow bolt in here, but instead of a point, there's, like, a brass fist at the edge of the bolt.
Okay.
Cool. I spelled both with a U.
Nice.
Cool. And what are these? Are these like crate box, like box on top of box?
It's 2 boxes with a barrel on the top.
Cool. Can I climb on top of this box?
Yeah.
And I would like to push the barrel onto the rug.
And it kind of
Yeah.
like rolls over top of it.
Yeah.
Nothing else happens.
Cool. And I'm gonna look in the 5.
So you kind of like step over to 5. There is a kind of open. There is a scimitar in a sheath.
Can I like unsheath it a little bit?
You unsheath it. It sheds bright, like pale blue light, 15 feet out.
Okay.
And then 15 feet of dim light
Okay.
as you unsheath it.
I just
Cool. I'm gonna
put my
leave
head
it
around the corner.
unsheathed.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like bright blue moonlight.
Daniel, did my dark vision just get ruined there?
It's a flash. It's kind of right, but you have color suddenly.
I can see now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just like hold the scimitar and climb back down and around,
Yeah.
and come back to meet.
I'm gonna check in the wardrobe. Like, by the way, when I open the wardrobe, Daniel, I'm gonna go ahead and put myself on the left and just go open it up so that way I'm behind the wardrobe door.
I see. You've learned, and that's number 1 in there.
Yeah.
You kind of and there's nothing.
I
But
turn
this like
around.
faint mist drifts down and pools at your feet.
Yep. I look in.
Look in. There is a bottle
Oh.
fastened tightly, with a little cork.
Oh.
It is.
think I
Sorry,
know what
it
it is.
is a brass bottle.
Yes, I knew it.
Looks about
I love the
yay
sight.
big.
Okay.
um,
Yeah.
With a little stopper on the top.
And is there little wisps coming out of the top?
Yeah, mostly sealed, but there's a little bit of like smoke that is.
What is it?
Yeah, I know what this item is.
Are you taking it?
I am taking this one.
You take it. At this point, there is a twang,
I'm gonna put the sheath away quickly. Sheath it.
and you can hear footsteps approach.
And I'm gonna run in and like
Yep.
grab him and like switch I guess like this, and
So
like
against the bookshelf.
well against the wall,
Okay,
like
okay.
he's and like grab him and pull him in,
Okay.
and
What?
I'm sorry, and like
What?
plant one on him,
Okay, just full like
just full on.
going for the
Yeah.
You're macking.
Yeah.
Okay, as you're doing this,
Okay.
I'll
you
like
can
ruffle
use-
up his hair and like untuck his shirt a little bit, and then like send him out.
Sure, you're having fun.
Oh, so-
The wood elf that was Savadar, kind of like
Oh my gosh.
sort of. Wow, if I knew this is where the excitement was happening, I might have come a little sooner.
I'm so sorry. Do you want to put that back?
Put what back?
The guitar that was like our if we hear anyone.
I see.
I'm like gonna like sorry, gonna like put his hair back.
you see he's he's grinning at you.
My lady.
Sorry, dude. I told you I was gonna do what I had to do.
You see he's
Savadar
just.
resets. At this point, I think everything has been spotted in terms of numbers.
Yes,
Was there any item that wasn't taken?
No,
no, we
they
took
were all
everything.
taken.
You all took them all?
Yeah, I took 1 through 3. Caitlin took 4 through 6. So we just need to grab the
Can I start like looking in boxes here?
Okay, so where
Sure.
like
You start pulling them open.
Oh,
Inside,
hey, make sure you put it back the way you found it.
Yeah.
Okay.
you can find a whole bunch of these little like bags, and they all have coins in them. Coins from very foreign, faraway places.
Cool.
In total, there are 90 gold coins.
In all the bags?
In total, yeah, 90 gold coins, 1,300 silver, and just under 3,000 copper. But just like
Let's just take
spilled
the
out
gold.
in tons of
Let's
different
just take
bags.
the gold.
I want to take
Just take the gold.
30 gold and put like 30 gold, like dump out one, so like dump the bags out.
Yeah.
Put 30 gold in 3 bags. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Savadar comes back at this point, so he'll take the 30 gold.
Exactly. Yeah, we each get 3.
Okay.
And I just have a bag, coin bag.
Okay.
Another coin bag. Can I like look in the bags and like see if there's any bags that are any of them pinging with his detect magic?
Okay, so we're looking for the horn now, Daniel.
Yeah.
We're looking to
Yeah,
just swap
keeping
the
just
horn
looking,
out.
opening, closing boxes.
At this point, every 10 minutes you roll. Roll a d6. If you get a 6, you get it after those 10 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So roll a d6.
I'll roll a d6.
Oh, okay. Is there any way
That's
I
a
can use
1.
inspiration to like bardic inspiration to help us look better?
Oh, can I use bardic inspiration to help it go faster?
If you do that, I'll say the next time I roll, it'll be on a 5 or a 6.
I'm willing to burn a bardic
both of
inspiration.
us?
What if we both
Or
burn
just-
it? Can we bring it down to a 4 if we both burn a bardic inspiration?
I'll allow it, sure.
Cool.
Sweet. Okay, I'll burn a bardic.
So the first 10 minutes go by, no luck. Second 10 minutes go by, No luck.
We both. Can you afford to burn a second bardic inspiration again?
Well, I don't think we're going to be doing much else tonight, I hope. So, yeah, I'll do it.
You do another one?
Yeah, I'll burn another one as well.
Okay, you both burn a second bardic inspiration. Savadar sort of like, are we sure it's in here?
He said it was.
For 20 minutes. If someone else comes by, not that I doubt your ability to make it convincing, but there are 2 of us now.
Oh, don't worry, hon. Yeah!
That's fine. Going on 30 minutes. I'll have both of you roll a d20.
Ooh.
No modifiers. Savadar rolls as
1.
well.
15.
Okay. Savadar.
Dang.
He rolled a 60, and I feel bad.
I'm glad I lost a 1 on that.
Goes up here, and he's going to open this little box at the far end.
Yep.
He will say, kind of pull it up. Is this the horn?
We replace the horn now. Just do the quick swap out.
I don't have the other one. That's you.
You do.
Okay, yeah, I put the new horn in the way it was
This is you,
originally
right?
placed. Yeah.
No, that's
No, that's Caitlin.
me. Yeah,
Creamsicle's Caitlin. I'm the iron gold.
Right.
that's not my creamsicle, that's just orange, thank
Okay.
you.
You put it in. Kind of just like,
Yeah.
spit it out. Savadar says, would you like this one?
Yep. I take the
Of course.
horn and just I put it in the rucksack I have.
Yes. At this point, there is another sort of twang,
Oh.
and you can hear footsteps like running.
Yep.
And I will... And, like,
Oh no, I forgot.
No.
go in between them.
Yep.
No.
Grab Savadar's arm and throw it over my shoulder.
Oh,
And then, like,
No. Oh no, not again. Oh boy.
ruffle up his hair. And just, like, bury my face in his neck kind of thing.
cool.
Oh boy.
As you're like, really going into this, I need you, Rue, to make me a perception check.
Oh boy. Oh boy. 6.
Okay. Things happen very quickly.
The door is
Yes.
mostly closed.
As these footsteps are approaching, and as you were just like frazzled by this display here,
Yeah.
a little tickle on the neck there. It's hard to say what happens exactly, but there is a very sudden roar
Oh boy.
as the statue,
Oh shoot.
this little stone dragon, is suddenly just behind you.
What?
It has shed this like thin layer of stone over it,
Yep.
and the detail in its like earthy kind of mud structured body is coming out.
Cool. I drop silence.
You gonna cast silence?
The minute the roar I start to hear the roar, I drop silence,
Okay.
and that covers the room.
Yeah, you silence rips out as this thing like roars at you silently.
Yep.
This construct, perhaps when you took the horn, has been activated,
Oh no.
Shoot.
and that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Oh,
No. Son of a gun.
no! Uh-oh!
Oh my god. Okay, well, luckily there's only
Yikes.
2 guards there's only 2 guards in here. I really will feel bad if we have to knock out these 2 kids.
No, let's see.
Oh man. Oh,
Rip.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
And now we have kicked off.
That's hype.
Thank you for apologizing in advance on that one. That I did not see.
I'm not getting caught. With my pants down, so to speak. Oh, I get it.
Yeah, I think.
Haha.
Oh boy. Oh boy. You know what? It's nicer to not be the one having to be caught in a compromising position. Oh, who texted me?
So, I will save the loot that you have found. Mike and Zach. Hello. Yeah, I'm still recording.
I feel like it won't be. Will you put it up before their session?
I might.
Oh, there you go.
That or I'll put them both up at the end of the week.
Yeah.
You who listen to this in the future. Ooh.
Yikes.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, Daniel, I want to make a bet here. Item number 1, ever smoking bottle.
Interesting.
Is it correct?
Interesting.
Okay. I thought you said you were about to share the magic items.
No. I'm saving them. You gotta spend an hour during a short or long rest learning what these properties are. Or you can cast Identify.
Okay, by the way, Daniel,
Yes.
I was going to ask, if these are the goggles of
I was assuming these are the goggles of night vision based on the fact they're that with the big angry eyebrows, because if they are, they don't require attunement. You just instantly put them on and they work.
Johnny. You
I
think
feel
don't know?
Daniel.
I just wanted to ask.
All good.
Ask. I was testing it. That's why I had Caitlin put them on. I wanted to test the
I know.
hypothesis.
I am not going to kick you out just yet, but I'm going to stop the recording here.
Oh.
Goodbye. I'm just going to run to the washroom, but I'll be back in just a moment to do any last minute
boy.
wrap up. But would you like to say goodbye, gang?
Bye, friends.
Adios,
Good luck.
amigos.